Alrighty. Hello, everybody. We should be all set and in live now. So, we're just going to wait just another minute to have everybody jump in, but we should be all set now. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome back to Mad Lads Live. For anybody who's unfamiliar, this is Kenshi, Return of the Dwarves. This is a retelling of an old, really old Let's Play that I did a long time ago that unfortunately I was unable to continue because the save file got corrupted. And I have been able to now continue the series in live format for all of you guys. So I'll give another minute for a couple of people to jump in, just because I know a few people were waiting for the stream to start, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the real stuff. But how's everybody doing this evening? Took the liberty this time of actually getting my camera set up. I had to clean my office. We're in the process of packing up our house to move, so up until today, my office was kind of the catch-all for pretty much everything. Completely loaded up with boxes and a bunch of other crap, so got it all nice and cleared out so I could have the camera back on. We have my special guest here. One of my two dogs is hanging out in the back. So, oh man, this is Cassie. Hi, Cassie. Look at her. She's a giant. She's a little pumpkin roll is what she is. Adorable. And my wife demanded that we put up a tree in the back. So we got some good backdrop. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, last episode we did a couple of things. A couple big moves were made for our dwarf boys. The biggest of the two being that we are now officially self-sustaining. We are not self-sufficient. We still have to rely on outside sources for a few things, such as equipment, material, stuff like that. What we are, however, is we are self-sufficient. We are self-sufficient, self-sustaining in the sense that we can grow our own food. We have a steady production of bread. We have tons of these farms that have been upgraded for wheat straw and the whole nine, so we are able to produce ludicrous amounts of bread. All we need now is more people to man the fields. Hello. Oh, right, Pins is slave. Okay, so Pins is still enslaved. We'll go back to help them out at some point, but that's not our priority right now. We will at some point have to get more people into the faction to actually man the fields and do all of that stuff. But as of right now, we are able to at least produce our own food. So we've got a solid, steady build up here. Everything is looking good on that, and hopefully we can continue that trend and go from there. But yeah, I think first things first. What do we have? Oh, okay. We got to get everybody unlocked up. For some reason, every time I load this save in, all of my my gates are closed, and so no one's doing anything upon loading in. So I have the gates to my inner keep are closed, the gates to the agricultural district are closed, and the production district. So I'm going to start placing buildings down for the sake of getting some of these places filled out. I brought it up briefly last stream, but I really want to make this area super compact and make it look like a place that like an actual city that people live. So you walk in, you have this agricultural district out here. It's kind of this straight path. It's like, oh, look at all these farms and all that stuff, right? So then you walk through, and yeah, you've got the agricultural district here. Pass through all the farms. You have a second gate, which I'm going to end up putting watchtowers here as well, so they can, shoot crossbows. We have some crossbows here that are able to shoot out there. I'm going to put some more up here. But then you come in here. This is the residential district. This is where most of the economy, most of the living and all that stuff happens. Dak Ninja, how are you doing? Glad to have you here. This is where most of the living, the residential, the economy, all that stuff happens. Our shops, all that stuff. And then this is going to be the industrial district. This is where most of the production happens for our base. And then this is obviously going to be the inner keep, which I will decorate and furnish the interiors to be more in line with what a true king would have. So our king will be properly outfitted. They're gonna look right swell, right good. Okay, So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get some buildings placed down, just because we are pretty safe inside these walls. I don't imagine that I'm going to have anybody coming to attack, so I feel pretty confident that I can drop down a bunch of resources, a bunch of buildings, let them just build up on them as we go, get the foundation set up, and then fill them in later. And I don't have to worry about maybe buildings being taken care of immediately, because like we don't really have that worry of being attacked, right? Like I don't need those buildings necessarily right now. One thing I do want to focus on pretty heavily is getting the research that we need done. We're about to upgrade to tech level 5. At the end of last stream, we found 3 AI cores and 2 more engineering research in one of our tech runs. We ran down south over to the island lab at the bottom of the Fishman Isles, and we found there was a couple of AI cores that we did not get to. And actually, now that we're here, I want to run back over that way because there is. They're gonna attack my gate. No, I know. I don't have to do that. I do want to head over there real fast because there is 2 containers that we did not loot in the last stream, and I want to see what we were able to. We weren't able to loot them last stream because they were locked up in ancient locks. And Lord Stream, who is the one that we had sent over there, one of our nobles, does not have the lockpicking skill to open them. So I'm going to instead send the king over there because, as far as I know, he is the only one with the lockpicking skill capable of dealing with them. Oh, and then we have our gold out here as well. I'm going to send 2 of you back, and I'm actually going to send 1 of you over there with the king, and then I'll send you 2 back inside the gate too. Eventually, these golems will, because again, I don't foresee anybody really attacking us, but later when we start to piss off some of the larger factions, I'm going to have them posted up on this bridge. Any army that wants to come our way to give us any problems is going to have to cross this bridge, and if they do, before they even get to the gate, they're going to be met with our golems, and then if they're able to get past them, whatever's left will be dealt with by our primary. So, I sincerely appreciate that. Kenshi builds are, one of the things that I do. As far as I know, I'm one of the only people I know of that actually does Kenshi build videos, especially the way that I do them. So I'm glad that you find use out of them. I'm going to be live streaming some of those as well. I'm going to be doing some live build videos here real soon. I'm going to be, I've said it a few times with since last stream, but I'm going to be streaming a lot. Like a lot. Right now I'm scheduled to stream today, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and probably Saturday again as well. So we have lots of streams upcoming, lots of good stuff. Do let me know if at any point. Oh shit, there are fishmen here. Why are there still so many fishmen alive? I killed all of the fishmen like 4 episodes ago. I mean, we cleared all of the fishmen out. It was an absolute massacre, and for some reason, I keep running into more fishmen. Okay, so you 2 need to travel together. That's what I'm getting out of it, guys. I'm really happy to hear that. That's ultimately all I've ever wanted to do, is convince people to buy the game and show support. And ultimately, the more people that buy the game and the more time that gets put into the game, the more justification we have for things like Kenshi 2, and hopefully we get them, get Kenshi 2 much sooner. I would love to have Kenshi 2 much sooner, but we're going as quickly as we can. What do I have going on here? Interesting. Okay. Greetings to everybody who's joined. I'm really hoping that this stream we have a solid turnout. Last stream we broke my all-time record. Prior to last stream, 24 people were watching concurrently, like in my previous streams. Last one that I did 2 days ago, we had our peak was 60 concurrent viewers, more than tripled the max number of concurrent viewers I've ever had on stream. So I'm hoping, just based on the poll that I put out earlier, that we managed to pass that today. That would be really cool. We had 300 and something votes. I don't imagine I'm going to get that many people in here, but I would really like to, see 70, 80, maybe breach 100. That'd be really cool. All right, so first things first, we need to deal with with these guys. The king should be fine. He's in pretty good shape to deal with these guys. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the fishmen are technically considered animals or not in the menu, like in the game files. But my my weapon does plus 39% against them. My Tau saber. So either way, though, they have low enough stats that I should be able to take them without much issue. The king is pretty built, and then whatever he does, whatever he doesn't take, Zagan will be able to drop without much. We'll go from there. Fantastic. I'm continuously upping the quality on OBS too. If there's a little bit of a blur or anything like that in the stream, I do apologize. Each stream, I'm progressively increasing the quality in OBS until eventually I hit one that gives me any jank. My plan is to, I want to max it out, but I also don't want to jeopardize the stream if I can. So each stream, it's going to get progressively more and more clear until eventually I start having issues and I know where I have to sit. So this one should be a little clearer than the last one. The next one will be a little clearer than that, and we're going to keep increasing. Oh my God. So I imported, but I didn't reset any den NPCs. Does just importing reset the loot? That seems kind of... Okay, that seems kind of cheap. I'm not going to check any of the other containers because I imported, but I did so for the sake of not having a corrupted save or anything like that. I try to import before stream every time. So I'm not going to collect any of the chests that I collected in the last stream. I'm only going to go up after those 2 that were locked because I didn't realize it was going to reset the loot. I don't import that often, and I don't really import for loot purposes. So I'm not going to collect those. I'm only going to collect the 2 chests that I wasn't able to open in the last episode. Just so I'm not running around with, 10 AI cores. I think that would be... That would be kind of cheap, So we're going to not do that. I don't like that squirt is one of the sounds that they make on here. I don't really like guys. Come up here. Drop some fishmen. And my plan this particular episode is to A, get the base more built up and more established in terms of foundations. So more buildings, maybe not necessarily decorated buildings yet. Many of them probably won't have a purpose, but I want to get more buildings put up. And I also want to start leaving this area a bit more. We've been in the Fishman Isles, kind of hugging our base for a few episodes now, and I want to kind of get out there and do a little bit more. So while Zagan is holding them off, I'm going to have him picking these locks. All right, so these 2, what do we got? We have ancient CPU unit. Yes, love that. Research bench level 5. We don't have a research bench level 5, but we're going to tech level 5. I'll keep this for now. We might end up building one of those later on, although I kind of like our compact keep, so we're going to end up doing that. I need Zagan to get up here so I can throw that mall to his inventory. I'm going to start outfitting some of the dwarves with dwarven weapons. Ultimately, the end goal is to get all of our dwarves outfitted with dwarven weapons from the dwarven weapon mod, but that requires me to find them first, or to be able to, forge them. So, yeah, my first. Yeah. I last stream, like I said, I picked up 3. Oh my God, specialist grade heavy. Yes, we're gonna give that to one of our elite units. I didn't realize that the loot reset. I don't often reset during my playthroughs, so it's not like it's something uncommon that I wouldn't realize. I don't really import that often unless I have like stability issues. It's never for like loot or anything like that. Occasionally I'll do it for like a dead NPC, but even then I don't I tend not to do that. I only import it on this one because it makes the save more stable, and because it's our stream save, I want to make sure I'm maximizing stability. Okay, so we got some decent stuff out of it. I was hoping for more, given that they were locked up as they were ancient saves that were had a really high lock. But what are you gonna do? All right, back to the village it is. All right. I've head to the back door. All right. So now, well, they're gonna start heading back this way. Before we do that, I'm gonna start placing down some buildings. I have a couple of building mods that add like new buildings and stuff as well. Um, so we should have some uniqueness to it, but I don't. This is a kind of a wide one. I'm gonna probably not do that particular building. I'm trying to avoid the more collection. I really want to stick with the dwarven aesthetic, so like concrete buildings, um, having this like stone look. We're all about the stone. We are dwarves. We are going to live. Where is the there? All right. And as I place these buildings down, I'm going to use the Shift F12 menu probably to move them into place and make them a little bit tightly compact, tight knit. I really want them to be there. I want this to feel like a city of dwarves. So we're gonna really be. Nice, nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to everybody who's joined. We just got a small bump in viewers, so welcome to everybody that's joined. Happy to have you here as we engage and partake in the journey of the dwarves. This section of this knocked off a bit. I think that's a cool idea. Whole areas of the city that kind of like lead in the back alley, buildings that lead to nowhere and stuff like that. So you can kind of come in here and you have this little like alcove area, and then maybe you come around here and the keep's right there. Come over here, maybe I'll drop another building or two right here, some smaller buildings. Just try to make it a little tighter. Really get buildings close together. And as I get access to more buildings and new buildings, I'll change that. As I get access to new buildings and stuff like that, I'll maybe switch some of them out, change them out. We want to get nice and good. The other cool thing is that the storm walls that I'm using, not only do they match the aesthetic of the build, but if I get buildings nice up and tight against them like this, I can place harpoons and stuff on top of the buildings, and they can act as our defenses on the wall, even though we can't get up on the wall. So we can kind of artificially create a circumstance in which we can use the walls for offensive defense instead of just keeping people out, which is cool. Me going through that mason jar of water a couple times tonight. All right. I'm drinking my water from an obscenely large mason jar because it's the largest thing that I have in the house, and I don't want to have to get up during stream if I can avoid it. But my throat gets parched. Small shack. At the front, this area to be relatively uncluttered, just because that's the main keep, right? But I do also think having a couple of buildings right here is not a bad idea, and I may end up actually moving our power generator to right here, being what I do right there. Solid. We'll put another building here. Confirm these first and get those down. Really just want to start filling this area out. with different buildings. Small shacks are going to be big, especially early on. In like filling in these small spots right now. To get it nice and tight up against the wireframe, but I don't want it to really clip too much. If I maybe we'll just do it right corner. Small micro adjustments, and then if I have to move anything in the Shift F12, I can do that. Yeah, I think that's there. Another small shack. Not right there. That's the main keep. I want to keep that relatively unbothered. I gotta figure something out that I can do right here that'll look good. We got. I may have to wait until I have more buildings. What it is. Longhouse, large house. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the more collection. It's funny because I use the more buildings pretty frequently, but I'm really trying to avoid it here. What is? Oh yeah, okay. This is actually a really cool building. I think I downloaded this after the fact. I think I'm not going to use this for. You know what? This is a pretty cool idea. I think I'm going to use this as an industrial building. And I think I'm going to end up placing it right here. And then once it's built, I'll move it into place, delete that wall, and just have this be like the prime like, warehouse building. I'll do all of my storage. I'll do all of my research and all of that stuff in this building. And it's just kind of like its own standalone thing. But all of my research and warehouse stuff and all of that will be right here. And I'll just move these walls to connect into that. That's a good idea. And then it's also super duper high, so I can use that as a defender. At some point, this would actually make a really, really good piece of a compact keep. I may end up replacing, not here, but like in a future build video, I may end up using this in a compact keep. I think that would be a really solid centerpiece. I don't think this is all new from the same building that gives me like new storm buildings, like new variants. These are all from a recent update on it. Let me tell you, these are badass. These are gonna be really good. Very excited about that. Ooh, lad. Okay, so I'm gonna take a risk and I'm gonna dismantle that one, actually, and then I may not even actually need to move these walls. Yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna need to move them. Yeah, let's get it done. Get it done for sure. It's gonna be really good. All right, so once the king gets back and we get a couple of these buildings put up, I'm going to move out and we're gonna start making headway in other parts of Kenshi, because we've been sticking around the Fishman Isles for a little while now. We've been kind of playing it safe. Admittedly, I've been trying not to stick to the Fishman Isles too much, but I also, this is where we're basing, so like there's a degree of like I have to, but I'm trying to avoid that if I can. So I'm gonna preemptively send these guys out here to deal with them. Are they able to get in here? No, they can't. I don't think they can clip through this because of the building set. Okay, good. Is there a mod where you can play as a proper hive queen, be able to produce your own hybrids? I wish. As far as I know, there is not. There are some that let you play as a hive queen, but there's none that lets you play as like quote a proper hive queen where you produce your own hive. As far as I know, that would be really cool. I would wholeheartedly do that. But unfortunately, as far as I know, there is nothing like that. So most unfortunate on that end. So we're gonna get this built, and then this is gonna be our main storage building for sure. I'm gonna put all of our storage for all of like resources, materials, all of that stuff. I have a couple in here right now, but I'm going to have to move for sure. But this is going to be our primary work. And a mighty fine warehouse it is indeed. I'm going to be honest with you. And we also just recently started producing we just started producing fuel as well, so we should be fixing our power problem, because as you may notice, if it's not windy, we don't have any power right now because we're running on wind generators, and the Fishman Isles, despite raining a ton, is not very windy. So production of power is not really our forte. Besides, we are producing bread. Once Taco comes back in here, I'm going to throw some light sources down. We need to light this place up a little bit. I'm using primarily torches for lighting, just because I don't mounted indoor torch. I don't want to utilize any extra power for keeping the place illuminated. That's not why we're here. So I'm going to just keep it illuminated with torches, and let our power be used for more important things than that. We'll just strategically put a couple of torches. Plus, to be honest, torches really, I know I say this in literally every build video I do, but torches are like piece de resistance when it comes to making a base just glow, man. Like it's a full glow up. All of a sudden, it goes from just like a little crab shack to like a proper base. Torches are muy importante. They really change everything. Really light the place up. Okay. Torches down. Fine. Couple out here. This is where we're storing our wheat straw. I think we should probably leave. Guard tower. We're gonna do something eventually too. This is the stuff that takes forever. Is getting, once you have the base built, it's getting, deciding what you're gonna do with all the little. You're gonna set it up. What are you gonna do for each building? Are you gonna do, how do you want it to be? So this is the part that takes a minute. That's okay. That's okay. The Fishman Isles are a great base location if you can take it. That initial setup, though, like, we did basically 2 episodes that, like, comprised the conquering of the Fishman Isles. I'm going to take my depth of field off so we don't have much blur in the background, but we did like 2 full streams that were the conquering of the Fishman Isles, and let me tell you, it was 360-degree combat pretty much all the time. I mean, it was non-stop for like 2 full episodes. Crazy stuff. That was quite some time ago, but yeah, would recommend. Crazy stuff. But if you can do it, if you can survive long enough to actually set up shop on the Fishman Isles, it is 100% worth it as a base location. Absolutely. 100% worth it. Sorry, we're getting some of our buildings are being put together. We've got this one here. Fantastic. Once we get some of the other stuff put together, we'll let some building materials get stockpiled while we're waiting. And then, how many do we have in here? 26. Okay, so we'll let some more building materials get stockpiled, and we're going to send an envoy of people out to start doing resource collection and maybe gathering some stuff up. So we'll send some of our stronger fighters. We got Lord Grimdark over here. We have King Bashu, we have Lord Stream, and I'll probably send one of our golems as a pack mule. Probably Zagan. He tends to be my designated pack mule. And we'll go from there. So I am going to have him... Oh, I had him trade with Grimdark. That's what I meant to do. Trade with Sagan. There we go. Get that mall. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna have them go out and start, doing some stuff. You know what we need to do? I think we decided last stream that I was very shocked that I had apparently pissed off the tech hunters. I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? You're right. That is something I probably should have done. Action. All right, so we are a faction of dwarves. We are a faction of dwarves. I could do the Dwarven Kingdom, but that seems kind of boring. The base itself is named Durzumi Keep after one of the first dwarf that it was either the first or the last. Don't quote me on that. One of the dwarves that fell during the initial taking of the Fishman Isles. So that's the symbology behind that. What should we name our kingdom of dwarves? That's the question. What do we name them? Any ideas in chat? Let me know, and I'll kind of sift through a couple of them. Eventually, I'm going to start sectioning them out into squads based on royal families. So you notice we have three dwarves that are two dwarves that are lords and one that's a king. I'm going to start sifting them off into various branch families and all that stuff. So we're gonna have a full-on hierarchy with heirs and all that. We're not quite there yet, but if you guys have any ideas for what we should name the Kingdom of Dwarves, do let me know. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. A couple more of these buildings set up. How many people do we have on engineering duty? Aimless? Why are you aimless? How about you get over here and start researching? Oh, we have no power. I'm pretty sure that's why he's not researching right now. Yeah, we need power. Okay. I need to get copper. I'm pretty sure that's what we need. Something Warhammer. Oh, yeah, the Dowie. I agree. Okay. Warhammery is a good move. I agree. So now we got to think about what can we do that's Warhammery. I'm not as well versed in Warhammer lore. I have a Warhammer fantasy lore specifically. I'm not well versed at all in Warhammer 40k lore. But Warhammer fantasy, I have like a baseline knowledge, but I'm not nearly as well as I am with like things like Kenshi. But I do think Warhammer is a good way to go in terms of naming convention. That's for sure. So if anybody knows a couple of good Warhammer dwarf names, that'd be fine. I know like the Grudge Holders. That's a good one. Yes, the Grudge Bearers, the Dowie, the Iron Hammer. It was like Beldor Iron Hammer. Grudge Throwers. Aren't those the catapults that fire? Those are their artillery. Yeah. The Book of Grudges. Yeah. The Longbeards with their Book of Grudges. Funny stuff. All right, so we are generating power. We're generating good power right now. It's very uncommon. Excuse me. We need to get copper so we can start to hit these battery banks and get them filled up, which is going to be really important. But in order to do that, we need to... Yeah, okay, here's what we're going to do. Where's the nearest tech hunter base? We already pissed off the tech hunters in an earlier playthrough, in an earlier stream. So we can't... We established last episode that we cannot agitate the United Cities right now because they are the only faction that is nearby that we can actively trade with. So for the sake of our economy, we cannot mess with the United Cities right now. With that being said, we did piss off the tech hunter. That is something that we did. Which is unfortunate. I don't know why we did that. I'm pretty sure we raided a way station for some reason. Can't remember the reason why we did it, but we did it. So the tech hunters are mad. We can take advantage of that, though, And we can use the fact that they're already mad at us to go raid additional way stations, because way stations, despite usually being well guarded by the tech hunters, are also usually very packed with loot. So what we're going to do is we are going to take several of our men. We're going to take our king, our lords, that's for sure. We're going to take one or two of our better warriors. We're going to take our elite warriors. Dagon for sure. Well, we'll leave the golem here, and we'll take Zagan and Kenshi. The golem will defend. Everyone else in the traveling group is going to war. They're gonna go. We're gonna raid the tech hunter out. Tech hunter way station. It's gonna happen. So everybody form up. We're about to go on a raid. Only the strong will survive. And while they're gone, I'm going to do something that I should have done in the beginning, which is I'm going to... they're not bad, but these two need... oh, you know what? Nines is going to have to stay here. He's only got one arm right now, and if I recall, he's using a two-hander, so he is not fit for duty right now. Nines is not fit for duty right now. What's Cat stats? No. All right, Nines is currently unfit for duty. So we're going to bring Truth, James Pruitt, Lord Stream, Lord Grimdark, and King Vishu, and then 2 golems, and we're going to raid a way station. That should be enough. The golems can usually clean house in a way station, because most of the NPCs there are of lower level. They should be able to clean house without much of an issue, while our men go in and loot the place. So while they are doing that, we're going to take the cotton off here. They don't need that. We have plenty of wheat straw. I'll just set this on the floor for right now. We'll get it eventually. I'm trying to make sure we have all of our ducks in a row before we head out. Yeah, we should be good. All right, so we're going to head to the nearest way station. We're going to have to dodge beak things in the way. Nearest way station appears to be right over there. So we are off. Raiding party is there. It might be. It might be. If the plot of 28 Years Later is a bunch of short boys that are raiding various settlements for reasons unknown. They do this. I don't know why they do this. The Anglers. That is really good. That is really good. We could be the Dwarves of Clan Angler. That is a good one. I'm going to keep that on the back burner, and by the end of the stream, if I haven't gotten anything that strikes me more, then we'll run with Clan Angler. What are you guys doing? Head over this way, my lord. I don't know why they're going this way. While they are gone raiding that outpost too, I'm going to build a couple of prisoner cages, because one of the things that I can do is I have the mod that lets me I have recruitable prisoners, and so I can forcibly recruit people, and I can turn them into dwarves and increase our numbers, which is going to be huge, especially now that we're producing our own food, right? Food production's good. We have people coming in we have food coming in, and there's 2 elder beak things there. We have food production here. I gotta stop popping my mouth. And so we can reasonably sustain the numbers that we need, that we want to build. And now that we can do that, we can start increasing the numbers through forcible recruitment. I need to avoid those elder beak things, though, because they will mess me up bad. We can take a couple of beak things for sure, but 2 elder beak things is probably outside the wheelhouse of what I want to deal with. So we're going to try and stay in the water a little bit, maybe so we don't pull aggro. And we're going to... we have some Guerrilla Bandits fighting them as well. So worst case, we can maybe get the Guerrilla Bandits to pull aggro and take their attention. But I really don't want to deal with Elder Beak things. That is a Devil Giraffe among Devil Giraffes. We can deal with one. We can deal with a couple of big things, to be honest with you, but... No, we're not. We're not going off and fighting everything. We're making our way downtown. I don't remember if I have the giant anchor weapon. I might. I might. I don't. I don't remember. My full mod list is in the description below. It's available in a collection. I put together all of my mods, made them a collection, and posted them on Steam. So if you want my full mod list with everything that I have running in this stream currently, it's one-click download. The only thing that I do not have on there is my reshade, which unfortunately is no longer available for public use. But no longer available for public download. I mean, it's the Suki V2, but the mod author took it all down off of the Nexus, so it's no longer there. But pretty soon I will be releasing my own reshade as well, so you guys will be able to make your Kenshis look exactly like mine, which, despite the video quality on stream maybe not looking exactly how it does, is pretty fancy. I run my game at pretty high res, as you could see in my lore video. But right, so we're making our way over to this way station right here. Eventually, we're going to have to mount a rescue, or not even a rescue. We're going to have to mount an escape for pins, but that is far off because, well, I can't piss off the slave hunters, because if I piss off the slave hunters, the UC, they'll attack me when we go into a United States city, and then eventually the UC will have negative relations towards me, and I can't have that happen because they're my only trade partner right now, because I'm going to war with the Shet Kingdom. I plan on probably going to war with the Holy Nation after that, and the Holy Nation are too far away to be a trade partner, and I pissed off the tech. So we got to make do with what we got, and what we got is United States. But eventually they will succumb to Dwarven supremacy as well. Right now, we're going to go raid an outpost, a way station. Remember when we killed the giant Fishman King? You're goddamn right we did. South Coast? That's a grammar error. Let's say South Coast. Cost. Spelling, grammar, both. Yes, maybe. Alright. Far away. A little bit of a ways to go. Alright, so we are now making our way over. I think I'm going to cut across the... I think that's probably the best way to go. Just cut right across the water, avoid the devil giraffes if we can. We'll move on 3 times speed. Hopefully it won't be a problem. I'm going to take depth of field off so we can see better. Otherwise, everything gets just a little bit blurry. Rebel farmers, I'm assuming. Yeah, rebel farmers. We're not gonna bother with them. They're below us. They're beneath us. We would absolutely trounce them. How's everyone doing health-wise? I know we took a couple of so we took a small shot from that beak thing. We'll do a quick heal up. Make sure that everybody's there. Cool. Cool. All right, keep moving. Keep moving. Just moving. What is that? Oville? Some random guy swimming across the coastline? That's weird. Ongoing. Wild bone dogs? Nope, rebel farmer bone dogs, which means they may leave us alone as long as we... The aggro on the rebel farmers bone dogs is a little bit lower than the aggro on, say, a wild bone dog. So as long as we keep our distance, we shouldn't have too much of an issue. Wait till later when we build an army and we go to move it all the way to like the Shet Kingdom. My plan is that when we actually go to war with a faction, we're gonna set up like a temporary base. Outside in the just outside the faction's territory, and then from there we will Raiders Guild. Yeah, we're gonna set up a temporary base just outside the faction territory that we'll use as like a staging ground for the conflicts. But That way we're not constantly running back and forth. We'll have one guy that runs back and forth transporting food and stuff, but that's it. No, don't. God. No, please don't. Please don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to end up pissing off the United Cities, too. Hopefully I can get away from them. Friggin' fool. Trying to shoot my boys. Trying to shoot my boys. And of all the people to shoot, he's shooting Zagan, which is a really dumb idea because Zagan can turn him into a popsicle. But it's fine. Of all the people to shoot, Zagan is a really dumb one. Let's just shoot the giant robot with 2 giant swords that are quite literally like twice your size. No one said the nobles were smart. Wow, it is dark in the swamp. Not even the swamp, it's just swamp trees, but it is dark. Dodged rebel farmers. Thankfully, we have... Everyone trains athletics pretty aggressively back at the base, so we have no need to worry about being caught by most things. We can move at 29 miles. We're moving at 29 miles an hour right now, the whole group is. So we should be able to outrun most things. Beak things, certain animals will be able to catch us, but most enemies we can outrun right now. Again, we can get some craziness going. Use this another noble hunter, or just... They should leave me alone. My guys aren't starving. Wouldn't be a big deal. Now, once we get to the way station, I'm gonna send in my my golems first, and then after that, I'll send in auxiliary, which is gonna be Stream, James, and Truth. Once they're in and doing their thing, I'll send Grimdark in as like a last offensive unit, and then King Vishu will go in and start ransacking and ransacking and looting. That's the plan. I don't know what resistance is awaiting me at this way station, but it is going to be a fight. Even if we win, it's going to be a fight. So we'll see what happens. But I don't, for whatever reason, we crossed the tech hunters, so now we have to, Oh my god, why do they keep trying to attack me? I don't want to fight the United Cities, I swear to god. I may just have to end up doing a full extinction run right from the beginning if they keep this crap up. Every time I pass one of the UC patrols, I feel like they try to attack me. Which, like, I'm not scared that they're going to attack me, and, like, yeah, I know that the UC is the bad guys. They're all bad guys. The Shek Kingdom, the Holy Nation, the UC, everybody in this game is a bad guy. The point is that I don't want to piss off the UC right now, because I'm going to war with the Shek. That's the whole point of the playthrough. The Holy Nation is not a valuable trade partner, because they're way up here, and the United Cities is the only faction that is close to me, other than the Tech Hunters, that I haven't pissed off. I need them for economical purposes right now, and then I will deal with them after the Shek and the the Shek and the Holy Nation. It's not that I don't want to kill them; it's that I don't want to kill them right now. We're going to end up killing everybody. This is a genocide playthrough. This is a mass extinction playthrough. The plan is to kill everybody, but not until we're ready. We are already being shot at by the tech hunters, so we're going to back up over here. Get out of range. We're going to hold. Fantastic. Are we still being shot at? They are actively attempting to shoot at us. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the environment to our advantage. So we're going to get over here, right behind this little dirt wall here. Grimdark, get your head down, man. We got snipers all over there. They'd love to grease an officer. No one salute me. You get that reference, you're a winner. Okay, so we're gonna send Zagan and Kenji in first. It is going good. It is going good. Thank you for complimenting the tree. My wife will be very excited. She really wanted me to put the tree up. Fun fact: due to the frame rate of my camera, you can see how it's pulsing. It'll go up, and then it'll fade up as well. Not actually doing that in real life. My tree is lit up. It's static. There's no pulse happening. It's just because of the frame rate of my camera. Anyway, all right. Zagan and Kenji are going in first. They're initiating the combat. Once combat begins and things start moving, and some of the initial forces are worn down, we will send in Stream, James, and Truth to continue the fight and to join the fight. But we're gonna let Zagan and Kenji deal with some of the initial forces, because I don't know how many people are in here. The way station does look like it's in bad shape. This may be the one that we attacked earlier, but just in case. All right, now that the turrets are... Let's get the turrets down. Zagan's going to deal with the turrets. That's what we need to do first. Get the turrets down. Once the turrets are under control, we will send in some auxiliary forces to deal with some of the ground troops. All right, turrets are under control. We got 3 guys coming in now. Where are you guys? Manhunters? I'm not... All right, so you guys now join the fight. You guys need to breach and clear. Kenji can handle inside. We're going to send these two, because Stream is actually quite a bit stronger than them. So we're going to send these two together into this building. Stream's going to run inside solo, and we'll go from there. All right, now attention has been taken off. We're going to send you guys in, and we're going to have Vashu begin raiding in the backdrop as they're holding off the forces. Holding off the enemy. Alright, what do we have in here? So we have mercenaries. Yeah, this is when the real fight's gonna begin. Is when these guys all stand up. Hopefully, we only kill the tech hunters and the mercenaries, and then we can recruit some of the other ones. But worst case, I can forcibly pick up some of these mercenaries and, chop their knees, take down their shins, and convert them forcibly. Kenji, you need to get over here and start doing some work, man. James Pruitt is down. That's not good. How's Zagan doing? He's doing all right. I don't imagine our king is going to go down. He's pretty built unless he gets overwhelmed. All right, James down. Grimdark is in... Ooh, Grim's in really rough shape. He's about to lose a leg. We need to heal him right away. Here. Nope. Deal with him. Can't defend himself. Come on. And he lost a leg. That sucks. Okay. Grimdark has lost a leg. Gotta heal him at least a little bit. Get the bleeding to stop. I did. I fought a lot more fishmen, but I also had the full force. Right now I've only got 2 golems and 5 dwarves. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure I have a left leg back at the base. So Grimdark is only temporarily in rough shape. He should be fine. This is a temporary setback. Whatever kills you makes you stronger, right? That's how that works. Zagan, get in there. Yeah, get busy, bud. Get busy. Kenji's not gonna be able to do this on his own. Alright, so we're healing Grimdark up. We may have to take the Manhunters down if they start to enslave our people. That can't be... We can't let that happen. In which case, I'm not going to have a choice here. Yeah, I can't let them potentially enslave any of our men, so I'm going to have to pick him up. Stream, you're going to have to get over here and pick up James Pruitt at the very least. And we'll go from there. I can't risk them getting enslaved. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone heads near Truth and starts trying to enslave Truth, we're going to have to drop them. I'm fine with the tech hunters being enslaved. That's hardly my issue, but I can't obviously let any of my dwarves go down. That would be truly unacceptable. What I am gonna do is you. Okay, we have. Oh yeah, that's what we need right there. Stay again. We're gonna grab you, grab you, grab you. We're going to start gathering equipment off of these guys as well. Plenty of stuff that we can use back at the base. Start outfitting our people better. Zagan should be in... what is it? Zagan's in Squin, and then Kenshi is in Black Desert City. So you should be able to find him there. I should be able to find him there. If he's not, I recommend maybe doing an import. That would be my recommendation. All right. Yeah, all right. So now we need to start doing rescue. Is Truth been healed up? No. Go trade with Kenshi. No. Dagan. We got to get that better healing kit off of him. You in there. You in there. You. Ooh, take the better healing kit off of him. And then I'm going to take a healing kit off of him with stream as well, so that way they can start healing people up. What I'm going to do this, come here. Any of you guys? Yeah. Wants to use private. Private, yeah, they're not going to rent to me because... Yeah, okay. Well, it is what it is. I was gonna give them money to use their bed after we massacred them, but you know, each their own. I can't say that I'm surprised that they won't do that. We gotta keep an eye on Truth. And then once everybody's healed up too, we will get, there we go, full of health items off of him. Yes, okay, I think we can actually put James down inside. I don't imagine they're gonna be too much of an issue indoors. Same with Grimdark. I don't think they're gonna come inside right away. They're gonna be more focused on those bodies that are inside. Okay, so Vashu is now in martial arts. Now, no! We need to... I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Dagon's going to move too slow. They're going to move too slow. Can't allow it. Can't allow it. Can't allow it. You are not enslaved. You are mine. Sorry. Goodbye. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. First aid. I need first aid on you. Clearly bleeding out. Whoa. Okay, so now the tech hunters are fighting the manhunters for me. So this is kind of a multifaceted fight now. You down. Do drive safe. Please do drive safe. She was in bad shape. Bad shape. Need to get these shackles off. Okay. You are not enslaved. I refuse. The answer is no. Sorry. Goodbye. Zagan and Kenshi are pretty much the main things keeping us around right now. I am going to do something incredibly stupid, which is I'm going to drop my hammer for right now, because Lord Stream is actually an excellent martial artist. If he wasn't a fucking cripple right now, that's great. Self-preservation. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is exactly what a dwarf would want. This is a real bar fight. King Vishu is in bad shape. Grimdark is actually not doing too bad. It says he's dying. He's not. He's just unconscious. Everything's healed up, which is good for him. James is in really rough shape. We're going to have to get some first aid on him if I can get over there. And he can't because his arms are messed up. That's really stupid. Okay, Stream, start doing first aid on yourself. I gotta keep an eye on James. Actually, you know, do it on James first. Do it on James first. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay. We gotta get his chest healed up so he doesn't die. Truth is surviving. Might lose a leg, but I think we can get her back up before that happens. King Vishu is in rough shape too, but he will survive for right now. If we can get his arms healed up, things will be fine. No, stop fighting. Focus on healing. Stop fighting. Focus on healing. Let the golems do their thing. It's funny watching all of these guys just sit here as we're doing this. Like they're just sitting here watching this happen. We've been in far worse. We've been in far worse. We've the Battle of the Fishman Isles was way worse. Okay. Now first aid yourself. That's gonna be important. Stream is actually a master martial artist, so if we can get him back up and fighting, we will be okay because his martial arts stats is well over 100 inside. Luckily, these guys should be able to hold the line. They are actually not in as bad shape as I expected. They are in the negative hundreds in several of their limbs, but they should be able to buy us enough time to get back up. In the event that one of them... I don't think they're both going to go down. I don't think they're going to go down. They should be okay. We should be fine. We should be fine. The whole point of this is to, A, get people that we can take back with us to the base, and we can forcibly convert them. Yes, okay, so he's up and running. Now we need to heal the king. The king is currently in rough shape as well. The whole point of this was for A, supplies, and B, to get people that we can bring back for, oh my god. Yeah, we've used that whole thing. Get people that we can bring back to forcibly recruit and turn into dwarves. On that regard, we are succeeding. Which is good, because, to be honest, that's the only thing we're succeeding at here. We're kind of getting absolutely wrecked in many other ways. But that's okay. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. This is Kenshi. I don't think I see any equipment necessarily worth hanging on to at the moment. Alright, so Grim's going to be unconscious for a while. Truth has been knocked out from blood loss. Stream is also messed up. We need to give him another healing kit for sure. Because he's almost out. Alright, so Stream, heal your legs. Heal your leg, singular. And then once we can get his arms taken care of, we should be fine. We can start looting. Can we loot now? Yeah, we can loot now. We can loot now. Fantastic. Okay. Meat wraps. Switch. Sleeping bag. Actually far more useful right now than you would expect. We can use that to recover our health before we have to go back, because we're not going to be able to rent any of the beds upstairs. Yeah, no, it's forcible recruiting. It's not optional. You know, it's mandatory. Dagon's coming over. We're going to start loading him up with food and stuff. He's moving a little slow, though, because he got messed up. He got messed up bad. Stop it. Stop it, you. digging. We're gonna load you up with meat wraps. Care about that. Take the map to mom. Is there anything else here that we can steal right off the get-go? What is this? Rum barrel? Anything in there? Rum? Well, of course there's rum. Stupid question. Another sleeping bag. We can absolutely use that. We're going to have to use those to heal up. Stream, your legs are healed up. Fantastic. What you need to do now is go heal up. Shoe will these two hold everybody. All that matters is that our guys don't get enslaved. That's the big part. Thankfully, Truth did not have a Maitao weapon on her. That would have been really obnoxious to lose, but it wouldn't have been lost. Either one of the manhunters would have taken it or it would be on the ground out here, but instead, the only thing that's out here is the Drifter's boots, but absolute carnage in here. Not the most graceful or epic battle in here, but definitely a aggressive one to be sure. For sure. But this pales into comparison as to what it's going to be like when we siege one of the major factions, because all these guys actually have relatively low stats, except for a few of the tech hunters that have stats like in the 60s, but most of them were in the 10s, 20s, and 30s. When we go to attack like the Shack, it's going to be way more difficult. We're going to need a lot of dwarves to do that. I'm not recruiting any more golems because I don't want to cross that line of being too cheesy, but yeah, we're gonna cross a line where it's gonna be too much. So I'm wondering if maybe I could set up camp bed up here. No, it's not gonna let me in a place where we don't know. That makes sense. Okay, so we might have to do it outside of town. That's okay though. That's okay. So my arms and stuff are healed up. Let's get you not trade. I want you to start repairing. Oh, his arms are messed up. Right. Is there a splint around that I can find? Maybe somewhere. Sometimes they have random splints that I can use. Oh. It would be a cool subplot, especially since in this playthrough we mark our the dwarven nobility is marked by the possession of a Maitao weapon. So if one of the dwarves were to lose a Maitao, it's basically the equivalent of being stripped of your title of nobility, and that would be truly devastating. Truly devastating. I can't pick any of these goddamn locks until your arms heal up. You need to figure it out. You need to figure it out. Yeah, that would be devastating. It'd basically be the equivalent of stripping one of them of their title as a noble. So we're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna let that happen. We need to get over here and finish healing. Truth. Come on, crouch down, heal him up, buddy. No, what are you doing? Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Get over there and heal him up like I told you to. Oh my god. Damn. Heal yourself, because clearly our designated buff boy here is preoccupied. We just need everybody to be healed up enough that I can take 5 people back to forcibly recruit. Throw them in cages, forcibly recruit them. That's all we need. What's my bounty with? United States. I have a bounty with the United States for what? I didn't. Oh, the manhunters. It's fine. It's fine. It'll expire soon. It's fine. I will make a group of slayers. I will have a army of dwarves. Probably the dwarves that are under Lord Stream will end up taking the oath of the Slayer's oath, and they'll wield heavy weapons with no armor. I mean, they'll just go full berserker. I need. They're not gonna rent to me. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to forcibly take it either. And I can't even heal. Yeah, I can't even heal the golems properly until Vishu's arms aren't fucking jelloed anymore. Look at him, just flopping around. Ridiculous. Everybody meet up here. Grimdark is unconscious still. He's gonna be unconscious for a long while. A long while. Ruth, up and fighting again. Honestly, I respect. I respect. Wielding a giant axe like a proper dwarf. I respect. And can you pick that? You can. And you can. Hello, everybody that just joined. I see we got a bumping people. We're up to 20 wins so far. The goal for concurrent viewers, we hit 60. That was our all-time high during the last stream. I'd like to see it go up to 65, 70. I'd like to break that all-time high and keep it going. So, yeah, no. Hopefully we can get some more people in here. It'd be really, really good. Oh yes. And some splints. That's what we need. Now that's unlocked, you can actually get your ass over here. We're gonna put the dust witches back. And I'm gonna put these smaller heals back because we don't need those. And I'm gonna take the splints, and you need to splint your arms. Nope, you need to give them the stream so stream can splint your arms because you are a noodle. Splint the man's arms, please. Fantastic. Can you maybe splint the other one? That would be also pretty great. Splint your own? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need. Fantastic. Okay, so it looks like we've knocked out most, if not all of them up here. You splint your injuries. We can start to heal up our robots too, which is good because Lord knows they need it. Hopefully we have enough. Yeah, literally. Put your splint on this on your two broken arms, please. And now we're fighting Traitors Guild. Okay, well, it looks like the initial plan has gone out the window of not fighting the United Cities. We're going full genocide because now the United Cities is attacking us too. We've gone full genocide run. Everyone's our enemy. It's dwarves against the world. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Things have gone downhill very quickly. We've gone full... Episode 9 is when everything went to hell. We've gone full genocide run. Am I allowed to say that word on YouTube? I have no idea. That's what it is, though. We're killing every faction. I don't know. We'll do it live. Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to Mad Lads Live, where we're literally killing everybody because we don't have a choice. All right, so here's the real question. This is what I want to see. I want to see if I can forcibly sleep in this bed, even though it's considered private now because I'm allied with... Yeah, they won't let me... Bastards. 77 seconds. Recovery coma, 450 seconds. Okay. Yeah, things are not dire. I think dire would be dramatic. They are not great. For sure. We are slowly but surely dealing with the threats in front of us. But yeah, I mean, things have changed. So we're gonna kick him in the head because why the fuck not? Got anything? Another splint. Yeah, new. We're just gonna start bashing people over the head, I guess. I guess we're killing everybody. We're now a hostile faction. Are we the baddies? Probably. The answer is probably. Mercenary curious 1933-90 1624-70. Yeah, it's better. Just works. Not great for martial arts, but neither was this. So we'll stick with that. What are you guys rocking for armor? And we're gonna have you take that at some point, but we're gonna have to better outfit you for right now. Oh, wow, that looks ridiculous on his stretched out, like giant buff dwarven body. Gotta protect Lord Grimdark at all costs. Thankfully, we have some limbs back at the base, so we should be able to manage that. Bashu, get your ass up. You got one crippled arm. That doesn't mean that you're incapable. Please get up now. You should be able to pick up James too, because even though you got a crippled arm, you should be able to. All right. Your main focus right now is healing Zagan. So Zagan can, so Zagan can save our bacon because we need our bacon to be saved. That looks bad. I would say so. I would say so. And then we're gonna start looting. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's stacked. He's stacked. Forward. What are you doing for healing? Once these boys are healed up, we should be in a better spot. They can hold the line long enough again for us to not just hold the line, but they can. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We're already attacking the Traders Guild. We might as well take advantage of it. And get the electrical components that we need. Some food cubes. Yeah. Money. Glad you're here. While you were gone, we unfortunately picked a fight with the I wouldn't say we picked a fight. We didn't pick a fight with the Traders Guild. They picked a fight with us, and now we're at war with everybody. We're gonna be at war with everybody. Unfortunately, diplomacy has failed. So it's gone to an extermination run. It's dwarves against the world. We have no allies. We're going to start with the Shek, but we may have to start with the United Cities, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, they're closest to us. We may have to start with the United Cities. I didn't screw up. They attacked me. I was defending myself. Yeah, okay. We're going to take all these medkits that we can get. And you are going to trade with Kenshi because we're going to start giving this food and stuff to Kenshi. Yeah, we're just raiding the hell out of this place. Plans have changed. What are you doing? Pick James back up. Pick him up. Pick him up right now. Is his arm fucked again? It is. It is. Both of his arms are completely jelloed again. Get out here and splint your injuries. Ridiculous. No. Why does no one want to listen to my directive? Where's Truth at? Just take it and nap you. I might have to. I might have to end up pacifying the UC, but at this current moment, who are these people? Oh my god, there's a noble here. One of the noble hunters just stopped in. We're about to grease a noble. There he is. Okay. 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 Just, why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. The problem is the noble hunters are actually quite dangerous. They may kill one of us. They could actually be a real problem. Kenshi, you need to help him. Yeah, noble hunters may actually kill one of us. They are beasts. Take you because we use those, and I'm take you because we do use those in this faction. Oh, all right, you need to get over here, right the actual now, and splint your king's arms. Damn you! Again. No. Heal. Splint. Why do you not want to do it? Can he not do that right now? Oh yeah, ridiculous. All right, so King Vishu is functionally useless right now. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to be careful here. It looks like Zagan's fighting one of the noble hunters. This is literally gone from like bad to absolute clusterfuck, because originally it was the tech hunters, then it was the manhunters and the tech hunters, then it was the manhunters, the tech hunters, and the traders guild, and now it's the manhunters, the tech hunters, the traders guild, the mercenaries, and the United Cities nobles, the noble hunters. And the noble hunters have stats in the 60s and 70s. I just wanted to steal some things and recruit some people. That's all I wanted. Is that too much? And they've commandeered the turrets. I don't remember how this started. I'm pretty sure I started with one dwarf. I'm pretty sure I started with just King Vishu. I'm pretty sure I did a wanderer start. Pretty sure I started with a singular dwarf on a wanderer start. And look where we are now! Look where we are now, in the utter pits of hell. Okay, trade that, give that to Kenshi. I'm also trying to collect various... I wouldn't say the run's dead. I wouldn't say it's dead. I would say that the run... I didn't mean to pick him up. No, put him down. No. What are you doing? I wouldn't say the run's dead. I would say the run has become complicated. That's what it is. Just complicated. The run's not dead until our dwarves fall. When the last dwarf falls, the run is dead. At this rate, though, King Vishu might end up dying, which would be most unfortunate. We're going to have him in here holding position. Never mind, we're going to have him out here holding position. No. Yeah, the run's not dead. Not yet. The run's not dead until the last dwarf falls. We are a kingdom, and we will either die a kingdom or... I don't know. I don't know. All right, we've gotten them off the turrets. They commandeered the turrets for a second, but we managed to get them off of that. I am still taking this opportunity to collect as many resources as I can. Fabric, we need that. Get those electrical components. We're going to be able to use those. Yeah, Fishman War was a tough one. The Fishman War was a tough one. Okay, well, I in terms of resources, I think we've pretty much taken everything we can get from this. I might have to drop the R armor. I'm not certain. I don't know if we have room to keep hanging on to this and grabbing other things. I came here on a supply run, and things went sour very quickly. Take you. Also take you. What type of shirt are you wearing right now? Are you wearing a chain shirt? It's a high grade. And what does he have? Are these medium standard grade? Okay, well, we can give him some. Yeah, this has gone quite pear-shaped indeed. But it's not over. Not over yet. Who would be next in line if the Kingfish? So I haven't set up a... Oh, no. Zagan and Kenshi are down. Zagan and Kenshi are down. Okay. I gotta think how I'm gonna get out of this. Zagan and Kenshi are down. Okay. Who would take over in the event that King Vishu dies? Okay. He's not quick enough right now to... Nope. Vashu's down too. All right. Worst case scenario right now would be is that we get enslaved. Actually, worst case scenario is that we all die. Best case scenario is that we get out of this somehow without being enslaved. There's enough corpses around here that we may be able to avoid that. Lord Stream is not going to be king. I can tell you that much. He's a warrior. He's a general, not king. If Grimdark were to survive, maybe him. I might make him as our successor. If Grimdark falls, it may be Nines. Nines may end up having to take over as the second king of the dwarves, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. There's enough corpses around here that we may be able to escape this without necessarily any of our guys getting enslaved. If we have to survive 200 seconds, basically, we have to survive long enough for Zagan or Kenshi to get up. Hopefully, we can avoid being enslaved by then, or some of these people can leave. Downside, there's another band of mercenaries. Yes, Lord Stream right here. He's one of our generals. Okay, you get up, heal yourself, please. Come on, you first. All right, Stream's fighting. We're gonna do this on 2x speed. Stream is fighting. They took control of the fucking turrets again. That's the one that really gets us, is when they take the turrets. When they take the turrets, things get really bad. Vashu is in rough shape. I'm putting him on block. No, he's going down. Okay. Surrounded by 3 noble hunters. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Gotta get him off that turret. Every time. The only upside is that if they were to enslave Lord Stream, I know he can get out. I know that Vashu, once he heals up, he could probably get out without an issue. James would be tough. Truth, almost it's certainly not on their own. Grimdark without a leg, he'd be crawling. I mean, this whole thing has gone pear-shaped. This was supposed to be a recruitment and supply run, forcible recruitment, but recruitment nonetheless, and it's gone to shit. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. The chance he's gonna get over here in time, pretty much non-existent, but I'm sending one lone golem to assist, because this could be the difference between everything getting better and everything going to hell. So we're going to send him up here, and he may have to come bail us out. If he can get over here in time. I'm going to have to keep track of the map. Now, this is a no save scumming run. So, I mean, whatever happens, happens. We're making a canon lore here. So in the canon lore, we went for a raid on a way station. We killed many people. We injured many people. And, I mean, we went down too. So, all right. I need him to not be traveling through the water, though. That would be great. Get up there. He's in the water right now. I almost guarantee it. Once he gets on land, he's coming over here. Is he going to travel through the water if I do it like this? Yeah, he's good. Okay, well, I mean, we'll have him come over here. Not like we don't have time. The worst case scenario is it buys us an extra couple of minutes. I just need to keep people off the turrets. That's the big thing. Keep them off the turrets. Kenshi and Zagan are going to come up here. The most important people to defend are obviously the king. Well, I'm actually going to assign Kenshi the temporary job of bodyguarding the king. That's what he's doing. Zagan, fight this noble. This is such a micromanaging fight, my lord. I feel like Kenshi fights don't usually have me micromanaging this much. The other thing, too, is where the hell is that noble at? Because he has a crossbow skill of like 70-something. And I do not want to get shot by him. That will, if he headshots us, that's over. It's over. For whoever he hits it. So we need to figure out where the hell he is. There he is. Oh, Lord Stream's already on it. Look at that. You proactive son of a bitch. And we took his arm because he's a hiver. Stream, kick his ass. Keep on kicking his ass. Keep on kicking his ass. Dig and take him down. Take him down. Come on. Don't let him go. Get them off the turret. Alright, now get down here. Where's that noble at? Yeah. Take him down. Take him down. Keep on kicking his ass. He's not actually a problem right now. Because his arm's broken, so he can't use that crossbow. But if I at this point, well, he's gonna keep running. He's not a problem. I need to focus on priorities. Priorities. We have plenty of food that I've taken. I can always use more electrical components. Those are gonna be a big one. Excuse me. Right. I mean, what's your health? Health look like? I need you to focus on repairs. Nope. I need you to focus on getting them off the damn turrets. Bashu's functionally useless right now because his arms are fucking jello. So, yeah, this is rough. All right, we'll keep him off the turret. Actually, you know what? Dream, help the turret. They're on turret duty. No, he's still in the water, isn't he? Yeah, he's still in the water. Fucking goon. He's an absolute goon, a buffoon, a silly goose. Get up on land, you freaking loon. This man up on land. Come on. Still here. Moving. Small no, why did I do that? Don't do that. Small unofficial announcement. Where did stream go? Small unofficial announcement. I am working on creating a Discord for community members. Gonna be something that I'm gonna be starting up here real soon. I've already got the server made. I just got to get it all set up, get permissions and stuff like that in place. Generally, I'm gonna be doing giveaways, stuff like that in the server for community members. I'm also going to be doing. It's just gonna be a place that people can have more direct FaceTime with me. We can chat, we can hang out. Exclusive polls, questionnaires, a little bit more say in like how things go, what games we play, things like that. As I talk to people, we'll be doing exclusive giveaways for any of the channel members inside the Discord. So like one of the ones I plan on doing here soon, I'm going to be buying some Founders Pack for Soulframe and then giving away access to Soulframe, the alpha for Soulframe, which is a game made by Digital Extremes, the people that make Warframe. They made a fantasy version called Soulframe. I'll be streaming it on Tuesday. I'm going to be giving away free keys for Soulframe for anyone who wants to join in on the alpha without having to pay. But that's only going to be for people who are channel members and that are in the Discord once the Discord is launched. So something to pay in mind. Channel membership, it's $2 a month. You get access to a couple of perks to be the Discord. Shout out in all my long form videos, special notice in chats, and I will name a dwarf after you in the dwarf playthrough as well. So just things to keep in mind. With that being said, I won't harp on that too much because that is not my main thing. I don't want to I don't want to ride that too much. But just keeping everyone aware that there are perks, and it's only $2 a month because I don't believe in charging anything. I want to make sure you're getting the most value for your buck. So for that $2, you get a shout out in your videos, a dwarf named after you, a special badge in chat that changes depending on how long you have been a channel member, as well as you're going to get exclusive access to the Discord, and then access to giveaways simply for being in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Keep on kicking his ass. I need your left arm to get better, so you can. Oh, actually, you know what? Your left arm is functional, so you can do. You can stop being a lazy bones. You can go start repairing our robots. Are these manhunters? Are these more manhunters? Oh god, please, they're more slave traders. Okay, so we're gonna have to pay really close attention to our guys right now because we have slave traders coming in that are almost certainly going to try and enslave our boys. And that's gonna be a no bueno, no go. We can get Kenshi up, yeah. So he's been repaired slowly. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I understand, absolutely. I will be doing daytime streams, but it's not going to be for a long while, unfortunately. The only time I can stream right now is in the evenings. I have 2 children, so I stream in the evenings. Once my kids start school next fall, I will most definitely be streaming during the day. So morning streams will be coming, but it's not going to be until next year, unfortunately. But when it does happen, we will be here. You have a good night, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Keep on kicking their ass. Keep on kicking his ass. You need to get out of here. You need to get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Stop. We are almost in a position where we can start figuring this out. We just need people to stop showing up to this fucking way station for like a minute. Hello. I'm glad that you enjoy the lore videos. I'm glad that you stopped by. The stream is a little bit more laid back than my usual narrative lore content, but we do talk about lore. If, questions are asked about lore, I'm always more than happy to answer them. So if you have any questions regarding the lore, I'll try my best to answer them. Yeah. Just as one goes down, another gets up. Kenshi, get your buns over here. Get up. Can't let them enslave our boys. Take that crossbow down. Take him down. Yeah, kick his ass. Keep on kicking his ass. Mashu needs to get over here and start doing repairs on him. Absolutely. Yeah, they do have loads of traffic, and it's actually kind of a problem right now. Does have a yeah, they both do. Okay, you guys need to both get over here and repair Kenshi. That's what you need. Get down here and repair Kenshi. Dagon can do the fighting long enough for us to repair Kenshi. And then I have another golem who is on his way, probably. He'll get here eventually. Yeah, so he's moving. He'll get over here eventually. Once he gets over here, we should be fine. All will be right with the world. All will be right with the world. Ruth has decided to wake up from her nappy nap. She's only been unconscious for, like, fucking ever. I say that, but she's actually not been unconscious that long. Grimdark has been unconscious. He was unconscious for 5,000 seconds, and he's down to 500. That's how long we've been here. We've almost got Kenshi fully healed up. Fantastic. Dream, start fighting. Bashu, keep doing what you're doing. Kenji's almost fully healed up. We have plenty of med packs. That's the thing. We've looted plenty of med packs. Like, look at this. We are stacked. We have looted so much shit from this. It's actually it's quite nuts how stacked we are. The problem is that we can't get left alone for more than like a minute to take care of that. But that's okay because Kenshi here is almost back up at full health. Once he is back up, it's game over, man. Once he's at full health, we'll be set. I have no doubt that he can defend and keep things going. Scream has been doing his best And his best is quite well. He's been keeping them off the turrets. He's been doing pretty friggin' good. But we need Kenshi to wake up. That's what we need. We are almost in a position where things are good again, and we have this golem here who is headed over. Come on. Move, man, move. Alright, well, we have a golem that should be moving. He's not, but he should be. But I'll go check on him in just a minute. Kenshi is up, and he is full health now, so he's going to be able to take quite the beating, which will give our guys enough time to be able to hopefully get their lives together. So this has been an absolute chaotic clusterfuck. My God, I was not expecting this coming into this. This was not what the intention for this run was. You know what I am going to do though? I am going to I'm gonna pick you up. Pick you right up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we may end up taking one of these these pack beasts back with us. I mean, just for the sake of having more stuff. I may use him actually as a like a makeshift backpack. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, you're on heal duty. You should have enough. Yeah, you're on heal duty. You need to heal yourself up for sure. Bashu's down again. Fine. Kenji's a baller. He'll be able to hold him off. We are just... My lord. Kenji's taken 3 archers, all firing on him at once. And he just keeps going. He just keeps going. Those archers down. 5 archers. There was 4 archers. Sorry, 4 archers. And someone's on the fucking turret. Someone is on the fucking turret. One of the most frustrating things is when they keep taking... Kenji's down again? We just got him back up, too. And we had him full health, too, which is really frustrating. I need to get... And streams down, too. Get up. Get up. He is down. He's playing dead. Yeah, I thought this was getting better. It's not. I need to see what the hell's going on with this golem. Why is he not moving? Why are you not moving? Okay, stop your lollygagging and get the fuck over there, man. You have one job. You're supposed to be saving the day, and you're not doing that. Man has literally one job. Literally one job. Get up. Get up. He's fast. You can use his weapons again. Sort of. Nope. Well, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? I will say, despite how catastrophic this whole ordeal has been, this is great toughness training. This is great training in general because at a certain point you can only get stronger by fighting stronger enemies. Eventually, as you get scale above certain enemies, they'll stop giving you notable experience anymore, right? And so in order to keep progressing, you have to keep finding and fighting stronger and stronger enemies. And we're certainly doing that. We're certainly doing that. My biggest concern right now is that one of our nobles gets enslaved. Or worse, that one of our golems dies. That would be devastating. The golems that managed to survive the Fishman Isles conquest, dying at the hands of this conglomerate of enemies that we're facing, that would be truly devastating. Just because, again, these guys fought off mountains of fishmen. I mean, hordes. So to have them fall from this would be would be a travesty. I mean, would be crazy. Who's this? Who's this? Mercenaries. Okay, I don't actually have to worry too much about the mercenaries. They're frustrating, but I don't have to worry too much about them. And it looks like they're leaving anyway. Who are you? Slave traders? Okay. The upside, too, is that we keep doing enough damage that it seems like most of, like, the slave traders and stuff like that are focusing more on healing their people than they are enslaving our guys. Which is good, because, that would suck. I did not think this was going to go this way. I knew it was going to be tough, which is why I brought the force that I did, but I thought... Well, I don't know what I thought. Not this. I didn't think this. Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't think this. This was not how I expected this to go. Yes, heal yourself. He's healing. He's healing. You see that? That's healing. That's good. He can heal himself. He'll recover pretty quickly. He's a juggernaut. He's the only juggernaut that I'm going to recruit. So he's got some pretty... He's a beefy boy. So he's from the Juggernaut mod. He's the Juggernaut. The other thing too is that some of these folks are fighting each other. So like the rebel farmer just try to take the turret. He took, shot a couple people. Now the United States Samurai are coming in as well. What is my not my stats? Wanted factions. What do my relations look like right now? Because they can't be great. Shinobi thieves, yes. How do I have positive relations with the Shek Kingdom? The one faction I wanted to go to war with. And I have positive relations. No, -1 with the United States. So we're not enemies yet. That's good. Tech hunters, no. Starving bandits, no. Guerrilla bandits, trying to get. Okay, so the mercenaries and the tech hunters are a hard no. Hard no. We are not doing well in the way of that. But Stream's healing himself up. Hopefully he gets his leg taken care of here momentarily. Vashu, stay down! Stay down! He's on block only. I need him to do that. At least try to fight back. Grimdark, my man. He's missing a leg, but he's up and moving. He's up and moving. See for how long? With truth, she's up and moving. A pacifier is an option, and 10 to 1, I'm probably going to end up doing it. This particular conflict, I don't really have a choice. I need to make it out of this, and unfortunately the UC is in my way. Golem is incoming though, so he should be here momentarily. And he is the strongest of my golems. They do have a tech hunter and merc presence, but the cool thing is that if I walk into the United Cities and I see a bar with tech hunters and mercenaries, what I can do is I can set all my characters to block and to not engage. The tech hunters and the mercenaries will then commit assault. My units will not receive any charges, and the United States will turn on the tech hunters and the mercenaries, and then they will become kill on sight. So suddenly you'll have mass cleansing of tech hunters and mercenaries in the United cities because they committed crimes and they destroyed the factional relations. I've seen it happen tons of times in my other playthroughs, where the mercenaries and the tech hunters end up fighting with the UC because one of them accidentally commits a crime. Big fight happens. All of a sudden, relations go to shit, and now the two factions are at war. So it could work out in my favor if I can pacify with the UC and then instigate a war between the UC, the tech hunters, and the mercenaries. So could still work out in my favor. Okay, Golem, who is the strongest of the golems, is almost here. He's gonna be here in like just a second, and then we're back, baby. Then we are so back. We are so back. Grimdark, do you have a? You need to get over here and get a first aid kit. You need to crawl over here. Get a, well, you need to hold your own if you can. Try your best. Golem needs to get over here. It's funny because he's right there, but I feel like he's taking so long. Come on, man, get over here. Yeah, so the new plan is to pacify the United Cities and then instigate a three-way war between the United Cities, the mercenaries, and the tech hunters. And that will hopefully, question mark, hopefully, fix some of this mess. But, you know, we'll see. All right, you, first aid. Grimdark, I'm going to need you to first aid. Unconscious, rebooting. There he is. There he is. The strongest golem I got. He's coming in. He's coming in. Take him down, boys. He's an absolute beast. Absolute beast. This dude, he doesn't knock unconscious. He severs limbs and kills. I mean, this is gonna be, yeah. No one's surviving. It's over. It's over for them. This game is absolutely incredible, and this is why I'm so damn excited for Kenshi 2, because, I mean, it's just this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. Yeah. Finish them. Look at that. He doesn't mess around, man. He doesn't, dead, critical. Yeah. Nope, this is endgame for them. That's what we needed. He took so long getting here. This is like, the entirety of One Punch Man, where every fight scene is just everyone getting their asses kicked, trying to hold the line long enough for Saitama to show up. That's what this is. I don't foresee Kenshi 2 being multiplayer. I did make a video on it, on the pros and cons and all that kind of stuff. I wish it was. I think it would be cool. I don't think... one of the things people mistook, I think, for multiplayer is that, like, when I said multiplayer in that video, I didn't mean, like, turning Kenshi into a fucking MMO. I don't know why a lot of people took it as that. That's not what I meant, like, at all. I meant, like, co-op, like local servers, right? Like, being able to have, like, 2 or 3 of your friends in there. But aside from that weird mistranslation of my video, because people seem to think that, like, there's no form of multiplayer outside of being, like, a live service game, apparently, anymore. I don't know if that's a generational thing or not, but, dude, I think co-op on Kenshi would be fire if they were able to do it properly in a way that was, like, not really inhibited, but, like, it could be really cool if done right. It could be really cool if done right. Fun fact, there is a person that is working on a multiplayer mod for Kenshi, and they've gotten it up and running. It's not fully synchronized yet, and there are some issues with it, but there is footage on YouTube that I've seen of a mod author who about 6 or 7 months ago managed to successfully make a mod for Kenshi that allowed him and 2 people to play together, and it's currently being developed. So we may actually get Kenshi 1 in multiplayer as well. It is happening. Like the mod community is making it happen. There are videos of it. Someone sent it to me a couple of months ago. I was going to talk about it in an upcoming video. It's just not my main focus right now. But, like, yeah, no, it is a thing. I saw it. I do recommend checking it out because I did see it and I was extremely intrigued myself. And no, I don't care about the guarding trader. Okay, everyone's either in a recovery coma or dead in terms of the enemy. I think that we can officially call this one a win. Ooh, an iron will. And he's got 2 arms. And you know what we happen to have back at the base? We happen to have some folks that need a left arm. Shinobi Thieves. Hell yeah, man. Shinobi Thieves got my back. At least somebody does. Everybody else is trying to kill me all the time. Got a left leg. Hell yeah. Scout leg. Stand up, my boy. Stand up, me boy. Why are you carrying wheat straw? Nobody needs that shit. Alright, yeah, we're taking some arms. And we're taking his leg. All those prosthetics. Hiver. Can't do anything with that. But, alright, well that'll do. At least, Grimdark is up and moving again. Absolutely. He's up and moving. And the oh yes, the Wandering Assassin is also healing up my dudes. Thank God. The only allies I truly have are the Shinobi Thieves. Alright, I think we are officially safe. Within, you know, within reason. But I think we are officially safe. Who's got that backpack? Is it? Anyone able to come pick him up? Yeah, you go pick up James. Pick his ass up. Come in here. And we're going to use James as the pack mule for right now, because... Holy shit. That was wild. That was wild. Some wild, wild stuff. What we got? Now that we're able to actually, like, do stuff. Shop counter. Anything good in here? More books. We have tons of them, so we don't actually need any of the normal books at this point. I think we're pretty set on that. All right. Yeah, I think we're set in the way of that. So at this point, we're mostly just healing up enough so where we can pick some people up and bring them back with us to make it to turn into our guys. Are there any of those samurai around? That's what we need. Because I know that we can convert the samurai. We need to find some of the samurai. Hopefully, we didn't kill them all. That we can turn into dwarves. That way, we don't have to train them up too. They're already kind of trained. Because ideally, we want to forcibly recruit some strong folks. That way, we don't have to worry about training them up. So if we can get some of these samurai that we with, and we do take them, we can take these Empire's noble hooded guards, and we can kidnap them and pick them up. Get up here. Down. Team. What is he? A hooded Fire Noble Guard. Fire Noble Guard. Okay, so both of them would be good. You. King Vashu, you got somebody on your back? You do. And them. Fantastic. Alright, Truth, are you unconscious? You are, in fact, unconscious. Okay, so Grimdark is carrying Pruitt, although Pruitt should wake up relatively soon. Yeah, anybody who survives this is going to be a beast. Absolute beast. We're in double speed now. I try not to do 3 times on stream because it's not fun for anybody, but double speed sometimes just for skipping the monotony stuff. I don't want to do a run where sometimes when we go around collecting. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think many of the books you can find up in the at World's End. Ruth will wake up in 100. Well, should wake up in 185 seconds. James Pruitt will wake up as well. You're carrying one of these Empire Samurai. I just need to make sure I only have humans because obviously I only use humans. Wait, hold on. We might have a crash. Nope. Okay, we're good. Good. Everything stopped for a second. That happens sometimes. Kenshi. Woo. Kenshi. Okay. Get these guys repaired. Getting repaired. Grim, come snag a repair kit from you. Do some repairing. James is repaired or Pruitt is Truth is up. We should be set. Even if we can only bring back like 2 of them, I would take that as a win. I would count that as a win. You 3 are... Everybody else is on. Nobody else. Well, it did autosave, but you're right. I am going to save. If it crashes, worst case, we boot right back up. It doesn't... no big deal. No big deal. We crashed once last stream, too. It's Kenshi. You know, the thing with Kenshi that we all know is that crashes kind of come with the game. Just one of those things that happens. We can find... I want to find at least 1 or 2 more people that we can drag back with us and throw in cages. But I need to make sure that I'm bringing back humans. Greenlander, Scorchlander, I'm fine with both, but they need to be human because we're dwarves, and that's what we do. I could probably take... They don't all need to be empires, like the hooded empire ones. So as long as we have... Your arm is too messed up, girl? What are you talking about? Come on. You got 1 messed up arm, not 2. The other arm is completely fine. What are you talking about? Stream comes to split your arm. Yeah, Kenshi's instability is a byproduct of an engine that was out of date by the time the game was even released. Like when God damn it, Truth. Yeah, Kenshi's engine was out of date by the time it was released. Like it was off to a rocky start from the day it was released. What do you mean butchering Zagan for meat? No one's butchering Zagan. No one better be butchering Zagan. Hell nah. Hell nah. You getting dropped, son. Hell nah. Take him down. Put him down. Yeah, now you're dead. How'd that go for you? Not great, did it? Cool. Anyway, yeah, Kenshi's engine was out of date by the time the game even came out. You know, a lot of people have had negative reactions to Kenshi 2 being on Unreal 5, but to be honest, compared to the Ogre engine, like, yeah, Unreal 5 has some issues, but the Ogre engine's not much better, you know? It's a really old, out-of-date engine. I'd rather it be on Unreal 5. At least it can, like, do... Like, it's just different problems. But, like, you know, people are like, Kenshi 2 is going to be, you know, super unstable and unplayable, and you're going to need a supercomputer to play it. I'm like, well, firstly, not necessarily, right? Like, there are games on Unreal 5 that do play fine, that do play okay. Most of the issues with the games that play on Unreal 5 actually have very little to do with Unreal 5 and more to do with spaghetti code and like poor coding, right? Like look at this isn't quite the same case, but like look at the Oblivion remaster with Virtuoso, right? Like that originally came out, it ran super duper well, even though it's technically just an overlay. Why is my so itchy? It was just an overlay, so the game was technically running on a different engine, and then the effects and the visuals were being run through Unreal 5, but everything was stable and fine, and then, or mostly stable and fine, and then like a month or 2 later, they dropped a patch for the game, and now it's buggy and unstable because they introduced shitty spaghetti codes. So, like, a lot of times when people blame an engine, it's really not the engine's fault per se, especially with a lot of modern engines. It's that the people coding are not optimizing their code properly. It's spaghetti code. It's, you know, just bad coding, or unoptimized coding, not bad coding, because I'm not really one to talk. You know, I can't fucking code for the life of me, but like it's just unoptimized code. And I think a lot of people tend to be like, oh, it's Unreal 5's fault. And while that may be true sometimes, especially in the case of like with like lumen and lighting and all that kind of stuff, and the specs required to run a lot of those things, I also feel like it's just as much a byproduct of unoptimized code. Especially because I've seen a lot of indie games where, like, if a small developer make games on Unreal Engine that run perfectly fine, and then you have a AAA game that runs like shit, and I find that as very telling, especially since the recent outpouring of games that just don't quality test their games. They don't do any proper testing on their games. So, it's I don't think people have anything to be worried about when it comes to Kenshi 2 being on Unreal. I think there are other things that they should be far more worried about, or that they could be worried about than Kenshi 2 being unoptimized. Especially because Chris is such, Chris is Chris. He's never really struck me as the kind of person that likes to half-ass stuff. I mean, Kenshi 1 was in development for like 12 years. Like, you don't spend 12 years making a game unless you really want to make sure you get it right. And the only reason that Kenshi 1 currently has any bugs at all is not a byproduct of Chris not being like a perfectionist or making it right or being lazy. It's a byproduct of an out-of-date engine. So I think that with the newer engine that has better capabilities, we will get a good game. So I'm really not worried about that. Parched. All right, we are almost in a situation where we can get the actual hell out of here. The most disturbing part about this whole thing is that despite everything, this has actually been a pretty successful raid. As stupid as all of this has actually been a pretty successful raid. Trying to kill as many of these fools as I possibly can. I really want to make sure that as many of them as humanly possible die here and are never seen again. Because otherwise they coming after me, and I'd rather avoid that if I can. No, yeah, not every AAA game is crap. Not every AAA game is crap. I unfortunately have yet to see a AAA company in the last couple of years that isn't. And that really sucks. That's not me being like, AAAs are bad. It's just they repeatedly, time after time in the last couple of years, effectively, in my opinion, since 2015, 2016, when they realized that they could heavily monetize, and we started to run into, because it was like 2016 when microtransactions really started taking off. And you had all the conversation about, like, is this gambling? Is this, all of that stuff. And that's when things really started to take off. And now we're in a situation where, like, AAA companies are just, they're prioritizing profit over everything else, which is understandable from a business perspective. But on an individualized perspective and in a long-term perspective, they're focusing on short-term gains over long-term commitment. They would rather put out a crappy slapped-together game that had a lower budget that they can then milk and nickel and dime you with, monetizations and microtransactions for content that should have been in the base game that was taken out because they wanted to sell it back to you, and gotchas and loot boxes and season passes and all this other crap to milk you for as much cash as humanly possible until eventually you don't want to play their games anymore and you don't spend any more money on them and the company goes out of business. But they managed to milk you for, $500 million before they finally closed the doors of the studio forever. Rather than taking the time to make a good game that has quality, quality behind it, that can build a loyal fan base, that will be more than willing to spend money on the DLC, that will be more than willing to spend money on, the things that you put into it, as long as it's reasonable, and instead it's just all about money. It's all about greed and money and unfortunately politics and a bunch of other crap. Um, it's just garbage. Like, look at Nintendo. Look at what they're doing with their patent abuse. Look at what's happening to Bethesda with the Fallout 4 anniversary and with all of that crap, and how that's going for them. Because spoilers, it's not going very well. They, essentially broke their 10-year-old game on the day that was supposed to be honoring it, and like, bringing light to the game and all that stuff. And they effectively broke a 10-year-old game, and they before even fixing the game, like the fully game breaking things that they did to it, right? FPS unplayable, core systems unplayable, crashing like crazy, DLCs not loading, not registering that you own certain things. Before they fixed any of that, the bastards fixed the cash shop, because they want to make sure that the place where you're going to spend money is taken care of first before anything else. And now they're just starting to roll out the bug fixes for the things that they did, for the problems they created over a year ago on their 10-year-old game. They're just now starting to address some of those, but they had to stop and make sure their cash shop was taken care of first, so they can nickel and dime you for paid mods that you can easily get for free on Nexus. But no. It's all about making sure Bethesda gets their cut. And it's just time and time again. It's all about money. It's all about greed. Look at the lawsuit that's going on with Subnautica right now. The company, the guys that made Subnautica, got bought out by a large company in China, and then they deliberately sabotaged the release of Subnautica 2. They deliberately sabotaged the fan base so everyone would turn on them, and then they used that as justification to fire the original 3 founders so they wouldn't have to give them their payout, their earned share of like $75 million. So instead, they fired them, said, we're not going to give you that money because you didn't earn it, because the game didn't do well, and we're going to keep it for ourselves, and then we're going to release Subnautica 2 in 2026, and we're going to get all of the money from that would have been going to your earned share that we're not going to pay you anymore. And they did it on purpose. They deliberately sabotaged all of that stuff just so they wouldn't have to pay that money out to the original 3 founders who made the fucking game in the first place. It's just nonstop crap. Nonstop crap. Krafton's crap. And so I won't support them. And that's why it's been really exciting in the last couple of years to see indie games really popping off and really like coming to the forefront of the gaming industry, because like you're seeing very clearly and very regularly that like indie games are the way to go. You look at things like Helldivers, how responsive, even though Helldivers can be a buggy, pissy, shitty mess sometimes, right? The company behind it is transparent. They talk to the people, they admit their mistakes, they work to fix it, they're clear and upfront with the community. Look at Pal World. It's a simple game that doesn't try to be too many things at once. It does what it does very well. It's kind of jokey, it's a whole thing, but like it knows what it is and it's not trying to be something else. It's not trying to be something more than what it is. Look at games like Kenshi. Look at games like Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate took the world by storm. And, there's some debate that whether or not it is an indie company, but it is. By definition, it is. It is an independent company. They do not have market share. They don't have shareholders. And they do not have a contract with a large publishing company. They publish themselves. Larian is a large studio, but it is not a AAA studio. It is an independent studio. Contrary to popular belief, budget has nothing to do with whether or not you're an indie studio. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a game with a AAA budget. It's AAA games with large budget. Budgets have nothing to do with whether you're an indie studio. Or even size. You could be a massive company. If you're not publicly traded and you don't have a contract with a publisher, you are an independent studio. I think the only major studio that I've seen recently that is like not fucking absolutely abysmal is CD Projekt Red, and even then, they've done a few things recently that have really pissed me off. The only thing that I like about them right now is that obviously they make decent games with Cyberpunk and The Witcher. What I don't like is that they kind of did like a bait and switch with that tech demo, and they tried to make it seem like that's what Witcher 4 is going to look like, and they didn't really tell you that it was a tech demo, and it's not probably going to look anything like that until after the fact, and that trailer wasn't gameplay like they tried to make it look like it was. It was actually like an animated render, but that's a whole different story. But like, they own up to their mistakes, they fixed them. Look at what they did with Phantom Liberty, look at what they did with Cyberpunk. They saw a problem, they fixed the problem, they were transparent and open about it, and that's all I want. That's all people want. Transparency, they want honesty, they want a company that's not going to lie to them, that's not trying to milk them for every dollar that they have, and that it's going to put out a good quality game. That's not trying to be everything at once. It's not trying to follow the trends or follow the fads. It's just make a game that is a good game, does the things that your game is supposed to do. Not fucking complex, but they don't seem to get it. So, yeah, indie games are definitely the way to go. Oof. I'm just waiting for my dwarves here to pick themselves up a little bit. Once Truth is capable of walking on her own, we'll get moving. I may, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up a bed, like back here, I think, where maybe we don't have to worry about being assaulted. I think that might be a good idea. Can I do that? Nope, too close to another town. How far out do I have to go? Oh, that is a little far, but it may be worth it. We have 2, so we're gonna set up 2 beds out here, and I'm just gonna head out here. Who has one of the camp beds? You do. All right, so Vashu's coming in. Who are you fuckers? These are just drifters, right? Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I mean, indie games are the way to go. They really are. I don't see any reason to support AAA companies these days, and which is why I won't support them anymore. You know, my general rule of thumb with gaming is that for every dollar I spend, I better get an hour of playtime out of it. You know, of enjoyable playtime, not forced playtime, enjoyable playtime. You know, if I spend $5 on a game and I get 5 hours out of it, who am I to complain? You know, that's worth it. $5, 5 hours, that's cool. If I spend $100 on a game, if you want me to drop $100 on your game, I better get at bare minimum 100 hours of enjoyment out of it. If I get anything less than that, you're a piece of shit. Right? And that's not me saying like, oh, if this game's not my cup of tea, then it's a bad game, the company's bad, right? I understand different strokes for different folks. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. If the game's not for me, I get it, right? Like, sometimes that's just the case, and I'm okay with that, right? I know the difference between a bad game and a game that I'm just not into. What really like grinds my gears is a game that is just functionally bad. It's just bad. There's no redeeming qualities about it. Or it's a game that's like, I'm going to charge you, $70 for what? Like, I did end up getting forced recruits. I'm just healing up to deal with them. I have 1, 2, at least 2 for right now, but I'm probably going to get a third here in a minute. I better get at least 1 hour for every dollar I spend. That's the whole point of this tirade. Otherwise, it's not worth it, and you've ripped me off. If the game's not for me, then that's fine. Different strokes, different folks. But if the game is, Pokemon Legends ZA, great example. They have an exorbitant price tag connected to this fucking game, and then you hop in, and it's bare bones bullshit, low poly, low quality. Doesn't really have any features. The map can be scaled in less than 7 minutes, and it's got 25 hours of gameplay for a $70 price tag. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you think it's okay to charge $80 for a 25-hour experience? It's nonsense. You should get a minimum 80 hours out of it, and if you get more than that, right? Like, if you got a game like Kenshi where you get 2,500 hours out of it, 3,000, 5,000 hours out of it, fantastic. That's a diamond in the rough, but you should get a minimum hour of playtime for every dollar you spend. Anything less than that's unacceptable. I'll end my tirade on that. I apologize. It just really gets me going. Really gets me going. But yeah, so we did get some recruits. We got some really good recruits. We got some Empire like noble guards, and I'm going to bring them back, throw them in cages, and then fingers crossed we're going to recruit them. So, but it's going to require a little bit of work. But first, I got to get these guys healed up enough for the journey. I, at the very least, need their legs healed. That's the big one. If I can get their legs healed up, we'll be fine. Welcome to anyone who's joined recently. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I apologize if you you guys jumped in the middle of my tirade. I went off for a minute, but we're back now. We're back on Kenshi. We're focusing on Kenshi now. Just resting up long enough for these guys to heal. How's everybody at home doing? They're doing good. They're doing good. They're working. Nines looks like he's lost a little bit of health, but I'm imagining that's because of acid rain. Yeah. Yeah, they're just dealing with a bit of acid rain. No big deal. They'll be fine. It's it'll whatever kills you makes you stronger, as they say. No one says that. All right, so James is still low, but we're gonna. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Truth, what's your leg is bad, so we're gonna have him pick up. We're gonna dismantle these camp beds. I only grabbed them long enough to. They were a temporary fix. I just needed to get some health back in my. But I think we're in a position where we can move now. We got a lot of good loot and a lot of good recruits. Hopefully some good recruits out of this. But at the bare minimum, we got a lot of good loot out of it. So it wasn't a complete wash. It just was. It was tough. it was tough. Are we enemies with the manhunters right now? Is that going to be a problem? We are not officially enemies with the manhunters yet. So we should, which is good because I don't want to be, at least not right now. But we should be able to get past them without too much of an issue. So, all right, we are officially headed back to the base. We are officially headed back to the base. Way station has been raided. We got a shit ton of food, a shit ton of supply, a lot of electrical components, which are going to be huge. Who are you? Anybody important? Slave traders? Kill them. Fuck them. Put them down. All right. Yeah, a lot of good supply here. So we, it wasn't a complete wash. It was a good trip. It was tough, that's for sure. I didn't think we were going to take a beating quite that severe, but we, you know, we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. Are you kidding me? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. This lone slave hunter looks at my group of dwarves with 3 heavily armored robots with giant swords, and one of them has knives on his fists. And he says, looks close enough to escape slaves for me, and he's going to try and attack us. Let's see if you have the cojones. Or is he attacking these guys? Nope. Nope. He really... I'm not even going to bother. Stupid. Stupid. Whatever. Kill him. Is he dead? He better be dead. I hope he's, like, dead. Unconscious, bleeding out. Yeah, he won't survive much. Toughness. What's everyone's toughness looking at right now? King Vishu's got 58 toughness. Grimdark 32. Lord Stream 65. James Pruitt 36. Truth 35. James and Truth, I'm not surprised, didn't get that much of a bump from it because they spent most of the time unconscious. Zagan 70, Kenshi 65, and Golem 64. Although Golem didn't really take any hits, he just came in and started cleaning fucking house. So I'm not shocked by that in the slightest. But King Vishu did get a good workout from that in terms of toughness. His defense is 61 right now, which, not bad. Not bad at all. Now, the big thing is not getting back is only going to be difficult in the sense that we have to dodge beak things. But worst case, I can have Zagan, Kenji, or the Golem Golem stay behind and deal with that. I need to rename Golem at some point. I don't know if or how I can do that, but if I'm able to, I'd like to rename him from Golem to something more sophisticated, more deserving of his abilities. I want to name him to like. I had this old thing that I used to do back in the day when I played a lot of Minecraft, which I recently picked up again. When I played a lot of Minecraft when I was a teenager, I used to do this thing where I still do it when I play. Every time I play, I build an iron golem, I trap him in my house, and I give him a name tag and name him Olgo the Butler. It's like a must-have in every playthrough that I do for Minecraft. I have to have an iron golem named Olgo the Butler, and I want to rename him to Olgo, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to rename him because he's technically considered an animal, and I don't think you can rename animals in Kenshi, but you know, is what it is. Worst case, the answer is no, but if not him, then when I inevitably recruit like a gorilla or something, I'll recruit the alpha gorilla and rename him to Olgo. Oh, God damn it! These fucking farmers, man, they really think that they think they're doing something here. Put them down. Put them down. Put them down. Other ones back here fared probably not well. Hey, look at them. This is butchery, man. Butchery. Little farmers over here thinking that they can take this. The messed up part is that the Shek will absolutely obliterate my golems too. I already know it. They're tough, but they're not that tough. Shek Kingdom is going to be a tough fight for sure. I'm trying to decide when we do it. We're probably going to end up having to siege Squin first and then go from there. I need to go double speed. I don't really overload. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up having to siege Squin first. I may have gone straight for AdMag, but Squin. It may be beneficial to take out some of the smaller factions first. Actually, I'll take out when we do end up moving on the slave hunters. When we do finally start moving on the Shack. Yeah, these guys are idiots, man. They see this group and they think, oh, these are slaves. That's great. Oop it. When we do move on them, I'll probably end up taking out Crawl's Chosen first, and I'll kill Flying Bull, because that way, when Asada dies, Flying Bull does not take over Squin, and it's just Mukai the Mountain to deal with after that. So that kind of eliminates a threat before it becomes a threat later on. Welcome to the people who just joined. We got a couple more people in the chat. We're up to 33. Like I said, our peak stream so far was at 60. 2 days ago, we hit our peak all-time concurrent viewers at 60 viewers. I'd like to see us get above that. So the more people that join the stream, the better. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you guys have any suggestions of things you want to see, do let me know. Yeah, I'd like to continue to see us grow and get above that 60. That would be mighty cool. James, you missed it. You were involved in an epic raid of a Tech Hunter way station that was supposed to be me versus Tech Hunters and turned into our Dwarves versus Tech Hunters, mercenaries, slave traders, manhunters, and a group of Empire nobles. Things went pear-shaped indeed. James here for everybody in chat. My first ever channel member. The original Mad Lad right there. Always happy to see you, good buddy. Always happy to see you. Hope work was well. Hope the travel was well. We are currently on our way back to Garzumi Keep. We were fighting in that way station for like almost 2 hours, I think. About an hour and a half, between an hour and a half and 2 hours. I mean, it was a big one. It was tough. Um, definitely, definitely a tough one. So I'm also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this opportunity to jump back to the main keep, and I'm gonna set up the prison. As you can see, we've started to build up the base a bit. Our engineers were busy. They were out fighting, so we don't have as much happening on that regard. But once we get back, we will get these built. Which building should I use as the prison? I feel like the prison should be in one of the inner keep, like in the inner keep. I feel like that would make the most sense that way, because ultimately they're going to send someone to try and recover them if I take like a faction leader or something like that. So I think we need to make the prison in a location. What are you guys doing with Rusty Thompson, my good guy? How are you looking? 71 strength. We got a fucking beefcake over here. My God, beefcake. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure out what building I'm going to use as a prison. This is the barracks tower. The bug house is a little big. Maybe we use this. Maybe this building will be our prison. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna run in here real fast and set up for that. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna have you guys start the journey over here. Correct. We need to. No, not that building, you fucking buffoon. Going into this building. Yes. Don't get in the building, Nines. My God. I was gonna have you be the new faction head if the king died, and this is what you do. You act like a phone. I'm pretty sure I have prisons already researched. I should be able to. There is prisoner cages. Okay, we need iron plates for that. We have iron plates. We do have them. So we're gonna set up some prisoner cages, and we're gonna start forcibly recruiting people. It's going to require us to navigate some dialogue trees because I have recruitable prisoners, but I have recruitable prisoners with dialogue because I don't want to just be like, "Hey, you're a prisoner and now you're mine." I have to convince them. So some of them may require a little bit more convincing than others. No, we'll go from there. But I need. I'm gonna make you an engineer for a minute. Yeah, what are you doing? An engineer? No, you're not. All right. Yeah, you're gonna be an engineer for half a second, and I'm gonna make that your main priority. So, hop to it, good buddy. And I'm gonna switch back over to these guys. That way, when we get back, hopefully we have at least one prisoner cage built, and they can start forcibly recruiting these guys. What direction are you guys going for this? Oh, they're taking the long. Okay, so well, we're gonna walk through. I'm gonna save it real fast, just in the event crashes do happen. Save often, everybody. We're on day 91, which is fitting because it's episode 9 of Kenshi, right? Return of the Dwarves. You guys see my dog over here? Look at her. She's a big old pumpkin roll. Yeah, straight out. She's snoring like crazy right now. You there, right, Cassie? He's a big old pumpkin roll. We are now on the long journey. Oh. But you can see it in the distance right there. The glorious Garzumi Keep. Right over there. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon, Garzumi Keep. We'll see you soon. All right, one prisoner cage has been built. That's great. That's good news. We just need a couple more. Ideally, 3 of them will be done by the time we get back, but I know that that's not necessarily always the case. We'll see what happens, but these guys are going to be particularly difficult to convince to turn coat, though, too, because they are the Empire Noble Guards. So their difficulty rating on... their difficulty rating in recruitable prisoners with dialogue is, like, amongst the highest. Really difficult. I don't even remember exactly. I think I may have to pay them money, but either way, we're going to stick them in a cell, we're going to take their weapons, and we're going to torture them until eventually they submit. Let me chop off their shins, make them into proper dwarves, and then they will join our forces. And it'll be really cool because we'll have 3 really strong warriors, and we can use them to start, go out and do the same damn thing. Hopefully a little more successfully this time, but we can start to really build our army. Especially since last episode we became self-sufficient in terms of food. So now that we're making our own food, which down to 2 times speed here because we got beak things afoot, and I don't want to accidentally run into a horde of beak things if I can avoid it. But now that we're self-sufficient with food, we can actually support a large army. So we can start making those moves and building that army. We got 1 beak thing coming after us. No big deal. Send Golem after him. We got 2 beak things coming after us. No big deal. Send Zagan after him. Zagan. Come on. Fight Zagan. Fight him. Kick his ass. Okay. No. Stop. Stop pulling beak things, you freaking buffoons. Oh my god. I'm not, like, worried about dying or anything. We don't need this right now, guys. Stop it. It's not what you should be focusing on. Slow journey back to Gazumi Keep. At some point, we're going to have to deal with those 2 elder beak things that like to prowl outside of our base. I know that they make a good deterrent for, like, enemy factions, especially when they start trying to raid us, because realistically speaking, the only thing that would be better in terms of deterrence would be, like, the gut, right? Because when you base in the gut, the beak things deal with most enemies that come your way. So, like, you don't have to worry about getting raided too much because most enemies will never make it to your base. And the boneyards are kind of similar in that way. Especially because elder beak things spawn here, but also, like, I don't really like them prowling my base in general. So, like, if I can avoid that, I will. Those wolves are going to be a problem. I'm going to send 3 of them up here to intercept these wolves preemptively. Yeah, see, this would have been devastating. They would have fucked us right up. That's why we sent them up. We got to move, though, because there's a little batch of beak things behind us. Friggin' devil giraffes. Come on, finish them off. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, let's move. Oh, come on. All right, you guys move. Oh, no. No. We're so close. We can't... If any of our main guys go down, we're going to lose these recruits. We can't have that. So I'm going to leave the golems here for right now. Drop off the recruits, and then we'll come back to repair them. They should be able to survive that long. Come on. No. King will stay behind to defend his people. Now the king will flee with his people. This is the crap I'm talking about. This is why it's such a pain in the ass in the boneyards. Not that again, not that it's like I regret setting up here. I don't. It's a great deterrent, but it will mean that when we go to finally move on an enemy faction in totality, we're gonna have to set up a base like there, effectively outside of their location. Otherwise, there's no way in hell we're gonna be able to sustain a war where we have to keep going back and forth through here. We take one severe loss, and all of a sudden we're gonna get absolutely wrecked trying to go back to you know, recuperate. We can't risk that. So the campfire that I made, did I make that campfire? I did. Wonder when I did that. That's you find things. I don't remember when I did that. Don't even remember doing it, but apparently I did it. Apparently I did it. Big deal. Those skin spiders managed to draw the attention of those bone wolves. Fantastic. Love to see it. Now we just need to get up over here. We should be in the clear for them, so I'm gonna have you guys start moving. These guys start moving over. It's gonna be. Well, holy shit! They were. Wow. All right. Good to see. I'm gonna have these guys start moving over back to the base. It's gonna be slow, but they're gonna start. I'm gonna have them move at full speed as fast as they can personally go. Get there eventually. No, 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 no! What kind of cruel trick is this? Are you kidding me? There's literally a horde of skin spiders directly in front of the bridge. What kind of fucking joke is this? And Kenshi, who is supposed to be coming to help us, is fighting a horde of beak things. Come on, 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 come on. Yes, good portion of that horde is broken off. Come on, circle round. Circle round. Alright, I think we're in the clear now. We should be fine. Should be fine. You two are headed over there. It's gonna be quite some time before they get over there because they're moving slow as hell. That's okay though, because once these guys get back into the keep, I'll send someone out to fetch them. But right now, our main priority is getting our recruits back to the base. Yes, yes. This has been quite the expedition. Very eventful episode, my lord. Alright, you can get put down. We have 3 prisoners. Who's carrying who? You have a prisoner. Yeah, okay, so these 3 have prisoners on them. So you guys need to get in here and start dropping prisoners off. Get in there. And we have 3 prisoner cages. Fantastic. Fan-friggin-tastic. Put you in there and put you in there. Fantastic. Okay, I need to loot you because you can't have a weapon on you. Nope. Gotta take a weapon off of you. Okay, so now that he doesn't have a weapon, I can start to see what the dialogue trees are. So he doesn't want to talk to me. Right? Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Understood. Understood. Vashu, I'm gonna have you. You need to get up here. James fine. James fine. Truth, you need to recuperate as well. And Golem is down. On the upside, Stream should be able to get out here now. And we're gonna unlock that door. Stream, get out here. Is that an Elder Beak thing? It is. Why wouldn't it be? That's great. They might try to pick the locks, but I doubt it. I doubt it. If they do, they're gonna be stupid and try to attack us. Also, I have the gates closed, so even if, motherfucker. Okay, well, I guess this is happening. We're gonna see how he does against the beak thing. An elder beak thing. Not fucking great. Run, sweet buttery Jesus, run. The whole point of this is to pick these guys up, but they. I need to pick. I need to pick him up. I need to pick him up. Haul ass, haul ass, haul ass. He should be fast enough to dodge. Duck, tip, dive. Duck, dodge. Okay, yes. Fantastic. They are... Okay. Ooh. Yeah, he managed to avoid pulling aggro. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Now he's going to sprint back. We're going to have to do this one at a fucking time, because why not? Am I able to cross the bridge again, or are they going to dive off partway through again? Is that a thing? Because last stream, they... Yeah, okay, they can actually use the bridge again. That's great. Put down. And then go pick up Zagan. No. Go pick up Zagan. Please, Jesus. Okay. Go over there. Oof. Damn dark right now. It is very dark. Very dark. Yeah, so Elder Beak thing almost dropped my ass. That was not great. Kenshi, he's got most of our loot. That's the other thing too, is like I can't risk them dying before we get back, because these guys have most, like the golems here have, Kenshi and Zagan specifically have most of our loot. But it's cool because Lord Stream moves at 27 miles an hour while carrying this guy who is absolutely loaded up with crap. So we should be fine. Should be fine. Lastly, gotta go pick up Zagan. Without him, he's moving it. Yeah, 27 miles. Okay, so yeah, he's moving. My dude's booking it. Pick up Zagan. Come along, and then once we get back there, we'll recover. We'll drop off all of our loot, because Lord knows there's enough of it. Kenshi, you can get rid of your mission to guard. Actually, I'm not too worried about that. All of you guys can get rid of your hold passive, and I'm going to move you guys out of the traveling group. Fantastic. Okay. Once he's back, we can lock the gate. Closed. And we can drop our last golem. Fantastic. Okay. Let's see what we got on these guys. So we have a lot of food, so I'm going to need to store this stuff. So you and you. Well, let's get them repaired first. King Vashu is going to come in here and try to work on recruitment of these guys as well. This is going to be a long process recruiting them, but it will be worth it in the end because their stats are bananas. All right, so let's talk to you, see if you'll talk to me. All right, you dare keep an honorable soldier of the United States behind bars. Release me, you coward. Why not join us? You can have all the bread and dried meat you want. Nope. Nope. We'll either... So, the thing with the dialogue, for anybody who's unfamiliar, so recruitable prisoners with dialogue, There is right options and there's wrong options. But even with the right options, there's a percentage chance that they're going to respond correctly. So sometimes you have to pick the right option multiple times before they'll actually do it. So it really is like a torture interrogation like process. I have to spend a lot of time convincing them to join us. And the higher rank they are, the harder it is to recruit them. So because these guys are like hooded empire samurai, these are like the guys that are guarding nobles. They're not just normal samurai. It's going to be exceptionally difficult to recruit them. But when I do, it will be worth it because they have stats in the 60s and 70s. And they will make fine additions to the army. So hopefully we can recruit all three of them. And hopefully we can do so relatively soon because we can add them to our fighting force. All right. Time is moving now. How are you guys doing in terms of healing? You gotta get these guys all healed up. Get them picked up. Right leg's good. Left leg's good. Okay, so they're working on it. They're getting fixed. It's good. It's good. That was a shit show to say the least. To say the least. But we got so much swag out of it, so totally worth it. I'm also going to send you in here. We're going to start building some resource storage in here that we are going to desperately need. And hopefully some of our guys will automatically bring stuff over there, but we will see. But storage. First things first, we're going to need new storage for leather plates and building materials. We're going to do building materials first. I'm not really concerned with organizing this too much. Yeah, it's tough. They're tougher the higher rank they are, but ultimately it will be worth it in the end to recruit them, and they will act as a significant bolster to our fighting force, especially when it comes wartime when we officially start, making full attacks on other, because we're going to need all the help we can get, that's for sure. All right, so now we have iron plates. I'm going to do kind of walkways, I think, where I have like a center walkway and then I break things up. We're going to need a lot of iron plates, but I think, yeah, we're going to do the large ones. We're going to do iron plates here. And then armor plates. These are smaller ones. We're going to need those for sure, especially once we start like blacksmithing and stuff. I'm going to line the sidewall with these. I'm not doing this particularly like with like style or setup in mind. I'm just trying to make sure that I can get as much stuff as possible in here. I don't know about faction leaders. I know that you can recruit the Bugmaster, but it requires you to have a Mega Raptor horn. All right, so we'll take those. Anything electrical components? Yeah. We're gonna throw these in the back, where they're accessible. Keep it going. Let's keep it going. We need copper. Another lineup right here. Again, I'm not doing this in any particular like. I want it to be super organized. I just need it to be organized enough to where I can maximize the space and store as much. Because again, this is meant to be like a warehouse. So most of our building materials and stuff are going to be stored in. Extra fuel, absolutely. Fuel stores for sure. Stores right there. This is not going to be for any food or anything like that. It's just purely for like resources. I am going to have to build storage for stone, I believe. I need stone. Or I also don't want to do general storage or anything like that. And this it's not going to be for um, weapons and armor. We're gonna have a different. We're gonna put the weapons and armor in the armory when we build that finally. But this is where we're gonna store all this. I'm gonna place this right here. I'm probably gonna use Shift F12 to mainly when I get around to it. All right, we have iron plates, electrical, copper, armor plating. We have building materials. What else do we need that should put in here? Probably store some raw leather, get some storage going. We do certainly kill enough unique things that it may be worth it to do that. We end up making leather materials, which I don't know if we're going to. It's not necessarily the first thing that's on my list is making like leather armor and stuff. I'm trying to lean more towards like what you would expect of like a traditional dwarven army, but I will take it. We'll do animal skins. Obviously, we're going to need that as well. Those. Make sure I can still do 3 of these. There. Anything else? Skins, stones, wheat straw. We already have wheat straw storage. I think this might be good for now. Bread basket, fogman, bolt box, armor storage, etc. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine for now. So we'll get working on building on those stuff. I'm going to come in here and try to interrogate that one soldier again. I'm going to have to do this one at a time. So go from there. I'm not an animal. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. That's fine. Fuck you, guy. They also won't talk to you if they have their weapons on them as well. So you got to make sure you're always taking those away. Best way to do that, literally just do what I did. Replace your weapon real fast and then throw it on the ground. They're not going to pick it up. I don't know why they don't pick it up, but they don't. Should be fun. Tacos running. We got people making gains. These are some strong boys. Rusty Thompson over here, currently sitting at 72 strength. Literally, all day, every day, he's just making gains. That's all he does. He just makes gains. Okay. We need someone mining. So you're mining. That's what you do now. Guy who mines. Dune, grain silo, Ridley, stone cross, Thurston. Refinery, operating machine. Operating. All right. Things are happening. Things are happening. Next thing we need. Well, let's start outfitting people. So you currently have a martial artist. We're gonna try to work on getting you away from martial. He has 100 martial arts, but I really want to make him wield heavy weapons. So I'm gonna try to move away from that. I'm gonna also put you. He's martial arts out of convenience right now, but not out of functionality. Not what I want in the long run. Oh, right, Grimdark, you need to give a leg to Nines and left arm. Okay, well, one of them is going to get an arm. Probably Nines. He's more immediately useful. Man, there we go. Okay, open up your limbs. Give me your limbs. Left arm. Left arm. Fantastic. So, Nines is officially able to join the fight again now. He's been out of the fight for a while because he wields heavy weapons. He has a fucking Catan Model 9 Konosuba, Saibo. I have no idea. Konosuba is a whole different thing. But anyway, he has a steady arm now, so he should be he's able to get back into the fight now. We're there. These are going to take quite some time to put together, all of these storages, mostly because a lot of them are in plates to put together. But totally going to be worth it. It's going to be a badass one. Gonna be great. It's going to be good. Be good. And we're going to be able to start storing stuff, which is going to be huge. Okay. Drop you, don't need. Good. Yes, please. Need to replace James's hood as well. Eventually, I have to come up with a concrete decision on what our faction's like uniform is going to look like on the whole. I need to come up with a decision for that. Done. Materials, yeah. And the cool thing is that as long as the AI is working properly, the what is Truth not any job? What are you doing? Okay, fine, Truth. And your job is to literally haul. Do. What's going on? She's too high ranking for me to put her on like the fields or so. Who's working these processors? Pins, ain't doing shit. We have 2 people in the fields, 1 person on grain silo, 1 person we're operating the ovens. Lord Stream was red band. I'm gonna actually make him an end. Justin it. I'm gonna have Truth working the biofuel distilleries. I think that's a good move. I think that's a good move. Yeah. Get these things up and running. You have electrical components in here. Yes, you do. We're going to get some of these put together. I think you have some copper. If you don't, then Grimdark does. Somebody's got copper, and we're going to be able to put these battery packs together. Yeah. Who's got copper? James does. Get these damn things put together. Yeah, right now we are working on full self-sufficiency where we can just get all of the materials, everything we need. Power's here, food's here. We're getting, tons of armor plating, tons of, iron plates, tons of building materials. And once we have all of that stuff in a constant stream of supply, the plan is to, yes, the plan is to start making our own weapons and armor. That's the end goal. So now we have a permanent source of power. We have full power. We're able to generate, use these generators to have at least 55 power at all times, and we have constant stream of fuel being made, and we're going to also have so much fuel being made on the back end that's going to be stored in our warehouse. So once we have fuel being stored in the warehouse, which we're already starting, we're going to have a constant supply of power. We're also going to be able to take a look at things. Iron plates. Yeah, we're gonna move storage out of this building here soon. Now, actually, because there's basically nothing in here. So I'm going to dismantle these buildings. I'm going to dismantle this shack. It was good while we had it. We don't need it anymore. And now I'm going to, yeah, I mean, we don't need it anymore. So there's that. These guys have a shit ton of food. There's nothing in this barrel, so I'm actually going to move this barrel as well. We don't need a barrel sitting out in the middle of nowhere where all of our food is supposed to be stored. We need our food in a secure-ish location, probably in the residential area where everyone can get to easily. I think we're just going to store it in the central tavern here. I think that's where we're going to go. I don't imagine, again, anyone's going to get in here and take anything, because, like, how are they going to do it? You know, like, I mean, we almost have 150 bread. I mean, we're killing it. I don't imagine people are going to be getting in here to steal food from us. We haven't had anybody try to attack our base yet. Granted, we don't have any major enemies, but no one's tried to attack our base yet. And even in the event that they tried, anyone who manages to make it past the big things and get over here is going to be in for a rude awakening. So I'm not super concerned about defense. We kind of have, like, kind of a badass spot for that. We're kind of set, but that doesn't mean that we need to be not be careful. We should still be careful. We should still be careful. Barrel food stores. Is there any difference, or are they just different? Store. All right. Just gonna line up. We're gonna have 4 food barrels right here, and hopefully those will get built soon. And once those are built, we can start dropping all the food that we got from our raid. So on the raid, things were kind of hectic, but we got so many ration packs. It's not even funny. Granted, admittedly, many were eaten on the way back. It was a long journey, but we're gonna be, you know, we're gonna be good. But we need to start storing that stuff so we can free up some inventory space on our golems, on Kenshi and Zagan. We also need to get these electrical components put away, but in order they won't put them away because they're, you know, they're golems. So we're gonna have to have someone come and relieve them of it. What do we have in this backpack? Anything? Nothing. Which is good. That means that we can take a bunch of this crap, and we can go, hopefully, store it soon. Yeah, see, look at that. Okay. And we're just going to store all of these, and then people will come and they will eat them automatically. We won't have to worry about it. We have bread, we have, you know, food cubes, and everything else. Yeah. Kenji has all of the rat bags. I mean, we really nailed it with this run. It sucks that you know, it was so damn difficult in terms of getting it up and moving, but we did do it, and in the end we're better for it. You can get your heavy weapon back. Sure. Electrical components, I'm gonna give these to you. I'm sure you can find some use for them. You need to go put these away. All right, cool. So yeah, we're making some serious progress. Things are getting really good. The base is coming together nicely. We're finally almost self-sufficient. Day 92, and we're finally getting there. And I can actually start to. This is another big thing. Now that we have a sufficient source of power, I can upgrade our mines more. You know, I can actually do stuff. Like we have an automatic stone mine. That's cool. This is very helpful, but like we can upgrade our refineries, right? Because before I was hesitant to upgrade them because we didn't have power. And so like there was nothing I could do with it, you know? Batteries are charging, really good there. But we didn't have power. So like what was I supposed to do? But now we have actual power and we can do stuff. Okay. Stone processor. Yeah, we can get the good stuff. We can make the good stuff. We got a stone mine right there. And oh yeah, look at this. Oh, look, we have this manual mine too that we don't even need. Oh no, this is part of it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Clearly. All right, we're gonna dismantle you. Um, yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll get that back. We'll get it back. And same thing with you. We're gonna dismantle you, and we're gonna get some automatic ones because we don't need this crap. Time to start making the industrial section actually a section of industry. We'll keep these on the back end in case we need them later. You know, like if something happens and we lose our batteries for whatever reason. But I mean, we're finally able to start getting rid of some of these rudimentary structures that we were using when we first took over the Fishman Isles. Because we don't need them anymore. Thankfully, we can start producing good stuff. Good stuff. Progress is being made. Love it. Love everything about it. Iron refinery. All right, iron refinery 3, power consumption 30. That's fine. Um, uh, we'll put you over here. And then we may need to go get iron plates for them. That's fine. In order to make these. But that is still fine. We can figure that out. Iron plates, electrical components. I think we have enough for that. If not, again, we know where to get them. I'm going to rotate this. That way it's got kind of like a little bit of symmetry on there. And then it only needs one person to produce things. We can up our production significantly. We are going to need to go get some iron plates and whatnot, but that is more than doable. I'm also going to take this opportunity. We can build some more beds. That's what we need. You know what? I'm not going to build them in this building though. I'm going to build them in here because I wanted to turn section. I was originally thinking about turning this section inside here into like a VIP section, but I'm thinking more along the lines now that it should be like an inn, you know? Because this I'm gonna put tables and stuff down here, and this is gonna be like the bar, the tavern, all that stuff. But I think in here, I'm gonna lean more towards making this into a place to heal up. What's better, the old bed or just a bed? They're the same. Heal you the same. Okay. All right, then. Yeah, we're gonna make this a place to rest. Not the prettiest, but it will do. Actually, I'm gonna. Then I can make them straight. Or straighter. And we did get some fabric from that run. So all should be well. And then on this wall, I'm actually gonna, that way I can still make them flat. But I can fit more. Get them and put them along. Good. And this may seem like an insane amount of beds right now, but ultimately this will, we're going to need a lot of places to, because we're going to be absolutely drowning in people. So we'll end up needing to put more beds there. But we do have 3 beds currently, which is good. That's good. That is good. What are we missing from here? Iron plates, obviously. Iron plates, electrical components. We do have a ton of electrical components. So hopefully we can get those put together soon. But we're going to have to make a trip to, I think, in order to do that. And we're going to need money for iron. But we'll see what happens. Worst case, I can make a quick run back to, I'll run back to the way station and see what I can grab. Ridiculous. But we'll see what we have. Some stuff laying around that we can use. All right, I think, yeah, you know what? I think that this is probably a good spot to kind of do a little summary right at the end, and then I think we're gonna wrap up. We about 3.5 hours. It seems be about my usual run for my stream. So we're approaching midnight where I am now. So, you know, real quick before we end things off, I just want to remind everybody that is in the chat. I talked about it a little while ago. I'm going to be opening a Discord server very soon for members only. Membership on my channel is only $2 a month. I don't want to charge any more. I don't want to have multiple tiers. I think that all that shit's kind of a ripoff. And so I want to make sure that if you are choosing to support me monetarily, you're doing so and getting the most bang for your buck. So I'm going to be opening up a Discord server. And on that Discord server, if you are a channel member, getting a membership will, and being in the Discord will entitle you to special polls that help kind of, you know, operate the way that things are moving on the channel. I'll ask you guys, you know, for your feedback, things that you guys want me to see, get your advice on things. You can have more FaceTime with me directly, and just in general, you'll be more like working with me more directly and able to talk to me more directly. In addition to that, I'll be doing special giveaways and you know, events and stuff like that for my channel members that are in the Discord. Perfect example is I have recently started playing Soulframe, a game from Digital Extremes, the company that makes Warframe. They made a fantasy variant called Soulframe. It is an early alpha right now. It's in Prelude 12. As part of that, I have a founders pack, and I'm going to be giving away, as soon as the Discord is up and ready, I'm going to be giving away a free code to get access to the Prelude without having to pay. I'll be giving away 2 free codes to any channel members that are in the Discord once the Discord is set up. So when the Discord is set up, I'll pick 2 people randomly, 2 channel members randomly through a generator that will, you know, go through and pick them. And you guys will receive a free code to get access to Soulframe if you want it. You can give it away, do whatever you want with it. But that'll just be one among many giveaways that I'll be doing, hopefully, in the Discord as well. And in addition to all of that, you'll be getting a shout out at the beginning of all of my long form videos. Special badge in chat that shows your name, that changes color depending on how long you've been a member. Good example, James Pruitt in the chat has a nice orange badge because he has been a channel member for almost 2 years now. So, yeah, do think, you know, things to look at. But other than that, I think that for right now, we are in a good spot. We made significant progress today. We had a massive, massive combat situation. And I like this. You know, we're moving in a good way. The dwarves are moving, and I'm feeling really good about it. So, with all of that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. I thank you guys for joining me. As always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in someone's life. And if you're gonna raid Tech Hunter Waystation, probably bring more than just 7 or 8 people, because everyone's gonna show up. You're gonna have mercenaries. You're going to have slave hunters. You're going to have nobles. You're going to have everybody. Everyone's going to show up, and it's going to be an absolute disaster, and almost everyone's going to die. So be smarter than me. Be smarter than me next time. But That is all, my friends. I do appreciate it, you absolute mad lads, and I hope to see you guys all again in the next one. I'll be streaming again on Monday. I'm not quite sure what I'm streaming yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a Kenshi thing or if I'm going to stream something else, but Monday I'm going to be streaming. Tuesday I will be streaming Soul Frame, and then Thursday I will be streaming Kenshi Dwarves once again. So at the very least, I'll see you guys next Thursday, but if you're interested in seeing me play some other stuff, I'll catch you either on Monday or Tuesday. But that is all. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, and have a